first.
We've got to be
Okay.
famous.
I don't know, pretty.
Taft was a really fat one. He was amazing.
If you're watching Taft. Right, hello, and welcome
William
to
McKinney was
Fear of the
assassinated.
Unknown, a new Call of Cthulhu RPG stream where a group of total noobs play Call of Cthulhu, building up to the seminal Masks of Nyarlathothep. I'm Barry, and I'll be the keeper. At least my mum says I am. Brilliant. And I've only run one session of an RPG in my adult life, so don't expect anything too miraculous just yet. Joining me at the table are four acquaintances, and I'll let them quickly introduce themselves here. So, got transitions and everything going on here. Sam, you want to give us a 2-second overview of who you are?
I'm Sam.
Hi,
I'm an
Sam.
accountant.
Cameras up there if you want to
Oh, right.
address the crowd.
I've played quite a lot of RPGs and GM'd quite a few, but this is only my second time playing Cthulhu.
You're the most experienced one here.
I didn't realise there was a camera there.
Ah.
So, hi.
That's been recording since you came in, Simon.
Good job. None of my students watch Twitch streams of
RPGs.
I'm Simon. I'm a teacher, and that's really it. Everything I have to say about myself.
That's fine. Lisa?
I'm Lisa. I've only played an RPG once with Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you hated it?
I hated it, so I'm back for more.
And Roseman?
Yep, I am Roseman, a writer, which sounds pretty fancier than it actually is, and I've played a couple of sessions of D&D, and that is it. Nothing else.
Did you win?
We've got totally won. Yes, that's how it works. That's
Can you even win?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, the other thing about me is that I like to write with fibre tip pens.
You know what, even if I
Very
haven't
nice,
just learned
very
that you're a
nice.
teacher.
Alright, let's bring this up here.
Preschool.
Yeah, nice.
You confiscated them from one of your students. Like, oh, they're nice. Okay, then I'll have them.
Cool. So,
Yeah, I've never
who
actually
knows
had
anything
presents.
about the 1920s and the 1910s leading up to it?
The Dust Bowl.
That, sure.
It
Right.
hasn't
the
happened
fashion.
yet, though, has it?
I know.
When in the 20s
Oh.
are we?
We are going to be starting very early 20 September 1920.
Irish
George shoots
independence.
Lenny in the end.
That map
Pardon?
is... Your map is...
And then there's a map of the world there. A picture
Yeah.
of Arkham in the background. Alright, let me give you a quick overview I've written up. Now, I don't know anything about history, but I'm fairly sure some of this is accurate.
Excellent.
So 1910s, because we are starting 1920, so 1910s probably more relevant to kind of who you're going to be at this point. But it was a period of revolution the world over, and the end of the World War I was not the end of the fight for power. The Xinhai Revolution causes the overthrow of China's ruling Qing dynasty and the establishment of the Republic of China in 1912. The Mexican Revolution ran from 1910 to 1920 and saw Francisco Madero proclaim the elections of 1910 null and void. Calls for an armed revolution against the illegitimate presidency / dictatorship of Porfirio Diaz. The revolution progressively becomes a civil war with multiple factions and phases, culminating with the Mexican Constitution of 1917. But combat would persist for 3 more years. This is learning? Like, this is educational as well.
I'm not sure how much of that caught, but yes.
Well, you're going to be in the US, so Mexico quite close.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Russian Revolution of 1917, known as the October Revolution, was followed by the Russian Civil War, which will drag on until approximately late 1922. But obviously your characters don't know that yet. Right?
Ooh.
Panama Canal was completed in 1914, connecting the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific Ocean. Amphibious planes now allow landing on water. Rockets are being tested, and the first non-stop flight across the Atlantic Ocean is made by British Captain John Alcock and Lieutenant Albert Brown from Newfoundland to Ireland. The world is becoming that little bit smaller. More recently on people's minds is the Spanish flu, an influenza epidemic starting in 1918, infecting 500 million people around the world, including remote Pacific Islanders and those in the Arctic. This resulted in the death of 50 to 100 million people, which at the time was 3 to 5% of the world's population. So quite a big deal there. General relativity is proposed by Einstein in 1915, roughly loosely. Lisa, one for you. The first organic antisyphilitic is produced. Genes are located on chromosomes, and the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History is open to the public. People's understanding of the universe at large seems to know no bounds. We're beginning our adventures in September 1920 in Boston, Massachusetts. How's your Boston accent?
Genuinely.
Great.
Have you...
Boston, Lincolnshire.
no.
That was that. Yeah.
Oh right, I thought
Yeah.
it was Australian.
No, it's
Boston,
Boston.
New
Boston.
South Wales.
Ripper.
Get out of my way. I don't know.
Ripper, mate.
Fully yeah. Steve.
I mean, what does someone from Lincolnshire sound like?
Via the West Indies.
Do they have language?
Do they have language? Have they evolved that?
Right, so we're into the 1920s. Things you might know as a person, if not necessarily a character. But an age of dramatic social and political change. For the first time, more Americans lived in cities than on farms. The nation's total wealth was poised to more than double in the next decade. And this economic growth swept many Americans into an affluent but unfamiliar consumer society. Sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
People from coast to coast bought the same goods thanks to nationwide advertising and the spread of chain stores. They listened to the same music, did the same dances, and even used the same slang. Many Americans were uncomfortable with this new urban, sometimes racy, mass culture. In fact, for many people in the United States, the 1920s brought more conflict than celebration. However, for a small handful of young people in the nation's big cities, the 1920s were roaring indeed. During the 1920s, many Americans had extra money to spend, and they spent it on consumer goods such as ready-to-wear clothes and home appliances, like electric refrigerators. In particular, they bought radios. The first commercial radio station in the US, Pittsburgh's KDKA, hit the airwaves in 1920, and 3 years later there were more than 500 stations in the nation. By the end of the 1920s, there were radios in more than 12 million households. People also went to the movies. Historians estimate that by the end of the decade, 3/4 of the American population visited a movie theatre every week. But the most important consumer product of the 1920s was the automobile. Low price, the Ford Model T cost just $260 in 1924. And generous credit...
Still couldn't afford one.
yeah, now.
Yeah.
Now money.
In
So cars were affordable luxuries at the beginning of the decade, and by the end they were practically necessities. Cars also gave young people freedom to go where they pleased and do what they wanted. Some pundits called them bedroom on wheels. But what young people wanted to do was dance. The Charleston, Lisa? No, the cakewalk? No.
Ian paid for my services.
the black bob? The flea hop? Oh, come on. Okay, we'll see all of those later. But jazz bands played at dance halls like the Savoy in New York City and the Aragon in Chicago. Radio stations and phonograph records, 100 million of which were sold in 1927 alone, carried their tunes to listeners across the nation. Some older people objected to jazz music's vulgarity and depravity and the moral disasters it supposedly inspired. But many in the younger generation loved the freedom they felt on the dance floor. This was not the only source of social tension during the 1920s. The great migration of African Americans from the southern countryside to northern cities, and the increasing visibility of black culture, jazz and blues music for example, and the literary movement known as the Harlem Renaissance, discomfited some white Americans. Still does. Millions of people in places like Indiana and Illinois joined the Ku Klux Klan in the 1920s. To them, the Klan represented the return to all the values that the fast-paced, city-slicker, roaring 20s were trampling. Likewise, an anti-communist Red Scare in 1919 and 1920 encouraged a widespread nativist or anti-immigration hysteria. Are we all seeing that, not much has changed in the last 100 years for this one. But this led to the passage of an extremely restrictive immigration law, the National Origins Act of 1924. Europeans kind of got around it, Western Europeans. Of course, the most familiar symbol of the Roaring Twenties is probably the flapper, a young woman with bobbed hair and short skirts who drank, smoked and said what we termed unladylike things. In reality, most young women in the 1920s did none of these things, though many did adopt the fashionable flapper wardrobe. But even those women who were not flappers gained some unprecedented freedoms. They could vote at last. The 19th Amendment to the Constitution guaranteed that right just last month. That'd be August 1920. Millions of women worked in white-collar jobs as stenographers, for example, and could afford to participate in the burgeoning consumer economy. The increased availability of birth control devices, such as the diaphragm, made it possible for women to have fewer children. And new machines and technologies like the washing machine and the vacuum cleaner eliminated some of the drudgery of household work. At odds with this freedom, however, is prohibition. Yeah. So the 18th Amendment to the Constitution, ratified in 1919, had banned the manufacture and sale of intoxicating liquors. And at 12 AM on January 16th, 1920, the Federal Volstead Act closed every tavern, bar and saloon in the United States. From then on, it was illegal to sell any intoxication beverages with more than 0.5% alcohol. This drove the liquor trade underground now. People simply went to nominally illegal speakeasies instead of ordinary bars, where it was controlled by bootleggers, racketeers, and other organised crime figures, such as Chicago gangster Al Capone, who reportedly had 1,000 gunmen and half of Chicago's police force on his payroll. The Volstead Act did not make it illegal to drink alcohol, only to manufacture it and sell it, so many people stockpiled liquor before the ban went into effect. Rumour had it that the Yale Club in New York City had a 14-year supply stocked up in the basement. But in the 1920s, the Jenner Brothers gang provided hundreds of needy people in the Little Italy section of Chicago with 1-gallon copper alky cookers, or stills, to make small batches of homemade liquor in their kitchen. The Jenners then furnished them with corn sugar and yeast needed to make alcohol, and when the Jenners henchmen made the rounds to these family enterprises, they paid a nice return of $15 each time for gallons of pure alcohol. That's about $190 in today's money. The Jenners made a tidy profit. The illegal liquor cost them only 50 to 75 cents per gallon, and they sold it to speakeasies for $6. In New York, gangster Frankie Yale also paid Italian Americans $15 per day to run alky cookers in Brooklyn. These family moonshiners were among countless small and big-time illegal alcohol producers during Prohibition. Some of these mums and pops bottled their own liquor at home. They used small still to ferment a mash of corn, sugar or fruit, beets or even potato peels to
Should we be
produce
taking
200
notes,
proof alcohol. Then mix it with glycerin, a touch of juniper, oils for flavouring, and in order to turn this highly potent liquid into a rather rank gin, they needed to water it down by half. But the bottles often used were too tall to fit in the tap under the kitchen, so they used the one in the bathtub. However, few could tolerate the bad taste of this bathtub gin, and bartenders and speakeasies blended ounces of it with various mixers from bitters to soda pop, juices and fruit garnishes to hide the flavour of the poorly made alcohol. While mixed drinks certainly predate Prohibition, the mojito goes back to the 16th century, they were necessary during Prohibition, and the Prohibition era speakeasies made the cocktail fashionable. Now, bathtub gin was something I looked up after, let's just say after, yeah. I didn't realise it didn't mean that they made it in their bathtub, just to use the tub. So, what we have here is, of course,
Well, you made that in your
selection.
bathtub?
No.
I was like,
No, don't worry, Sam. Look, if you find a hair or something in there, let's not worry about it, yeah? So, I mean, it's alcohol, it purifies it. You know, it's pretty much sterile.
Yeah,
It's pretty much
I don't
sterile.
doubt it.
So I figured to
And
get
so
into
will
the
we be.
1920s swing, we're going to have ourselves a little beverage, perhaps.
Is this the same
If I
stuff
can-
we had at Ben's?
No, this is not. We had some supermarket home brand, which pretty much better than this. If you can just pass that up, Lisa will be coming by in just a moment.
Oh,
Right.
fabulous.
Is there a
Jim,
pre-agreed queue there?
There was a
Like it's
pre-agreed.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh my-
okay.
what?
Oh, wow, okay.
If we can just
Do
bring that
you need
over there.
assistant? Are you okay?
So here we have the drinks trolley.
Look at Simon's face.
Now, was Simon's suggestion to have cocktails?
Was it?
Yeah.
Yes, you
When?
said, "Oh, I'm up for drinking 1920s cocktails, though." Simon's
Don't remember
words.
that.
So, Simon, if you find the book there, there is a speakeasy 1920s cocktail
Do they
book.
have to roll?
With a few-
Make a
No, you can roll for them, but the ones that are marked are all gin cocktails with the ingredients there, or should be there, maybe in the fridge or something. Lisa, could you get ice
Yep.
for the? There's a ice thingy on the bottom.
I'm so impressed right now.
It's better than your Dungeons and Dragons day out, eh?
It is, but not as fancy as my own
effort I put
barcode.
into anything.
Of course. So if Simon, if you want to pick something that looks delicious there, perhaps mix us up a little something.
Oh, really?
As I said, it was your idea.
Oh, I see. So I'll just I'll pick one.
Yes.
And
We don't need to
What
make them
options
all.
do we have?
well, there's this one that contains champagne. Oh, you have got some champagne.
Oh, look at that, Simon. Look at that.
Oh. Which one has orgeat in it? Orgeat.
None. That was for the Princess Kahaluina or something. It's now called the Royal Hawaiian. I can look it up for you though if you want me to dig it up. It was a 1920s cocktail, but it's not in that book. But I did buy the stuff for it because why not?
Should have brought my absinthe.
Well, absinthe cocktails maybe next week. Maybe next week. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Hi Max, thanks for watching.
Oh, what?
Oh, we've got ourselves a watcher.
Wow, hi Max.
We've not even started yet. We're just getting
I'm gonna make the
just getting our role play on.
fizz.
What's the south side here?
Because it's got. I like sweet drinks. It's got sugar syrup in it. So.
No,
Drink
right.
fresh lemon juice, which is not good.
There is fresh lemons there,
Fresh.
but there's lemon
Sam,
squeeze.
get squeezing.
Yeah, go nuts.
4 mint leaves. 4.
Oh, there's mint leaves in the
Yeah.
fridge.
Soda water, and
Yeah.
a sprig of mint to garnish. I think I might just go with that. Sounds simple.
Sure.
Do you want me to read instructions?
Yes.
We can work this one out.
So, are we just going to quadruple all of the measures?
That doesn't
yeah,
help.
if it fits, yeah. I mean, you might struggle to get enough liquid into the mixer.
Oh,
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay, maybe.
Why
It
were you
doesn't
planning
normally work.
quadrupling them? Is that just for?
That would be for
Well,
one, wouldn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah. No.
Because I want a
I
huge glass.
He's already anticipating how this evening's going to go. He's like, I need
Yeah.
4 whole
So I'll
pasties.
leave that on
So-
the go there.
Do you want to try doing one? See if the mix
Yeah, well,
works for you.
where is the? Oh, there. God, I've literally never used those.
I don't believe it, Simon. Don't
They
believe it
all
for a
seem to
minute.
have the same things in them anyway. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Shall we see how you get on?
Yeah.
With that.
Shall I, actually, you guys carry on with what you're doing.
Okay,
Because
I'll just
otherwise,
explain a little bit about the game and how it works, roughly loosely. You can listen in on that one. So everybody has a passing interest in RPGs. You've played one before, you roughly know what that is. Max will be playing Dead Border a little later once we've made some characters, even though it comes with some pre-gens. Anyway, so Call of Cthulhu is a role-playing game in which you have, you're going to be dragged into these extraordinary, what,
That's
bit
his
large or
fault,
small, yeah. These extraordinary
It's 25 and
circumstances.
50.
Oh, 50 then.
And collaboratively, we will work together to tell a story. Right? At any point when the outcome is uncertain, or whether we differ in whether or not that outcome is certain or not, we shall roll some dice to decide and let fate choose for us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the core part of the game is rolling percentile dice. Now, Rosamund, in your little bag there, you can find 2 d10s. Yeah, one of which is a d100. So you got 2 of the same shape.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do
one's
we?
got like
Yeah.
tens on it and one's got units on it. If that's how you want to say that one. So at any time you're making a skill check or a stat check, something along those, you're going to roll these dice, and if that number is lower than your skill or your stat, that is a success. Yeah.
What about equal, Barry?
Equal to or lower. Yes, I'll give you an equals. I'll come on to whether there's an additional start part to that where you can get good successes or extreme successes, where it's a more difficult roll for a lower number. But that really depends on the situation. There's no levels in Call of Cthulhu, so if you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, say, you're used to going up a level, getting more hit points. Doesn't happen. Your hit points are your hit points. If anything, they're going to go away. Right? You're not getting any more. But your skills will improve as you use them. Your stats might go up or down. But most likely you're going to go insane. Right? So don't get too attached to your character. Death comes easy in this game. Yeah.
It's like, I have to have a different outfit for every day. I'm gonna get it.
Right, so
We
I
can
always say
switch
for
hats.
Yeah.
character creation, Lovecraft did have a tendency to favour academic professions in his stories.
White male
Like-
academic profession.
White male academic professions, yeah.
My friend.
And academic skills. So they get used probably a little more than combat skills, but combat will be important because if you get into a fight, you want to win it, because if you don't, you're probably dead. A little sip here. So we'll go through it, go through the stats, and we'll put something together, talk you through how to make a character, we'll run through the player handbook there, and make a character. Now, before we do that, excuse me, because nobody's, apart from Sam, has played before, I have a scenario with pre-generated characters. We can play that so you understand how the game works, and then you can better inform your decisions about where you're going to spend your points on your real character. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But I will tie that scenario into real life. Well, not real life, but like
This
yeah.
is
So
the big
this is actually, if we play this scenario, it will actually be something that influences your characters and how they interact in the future, shall we say? So. Good chocolate. I can't stop this feeling. Yeah,
You look very nervous.
that is all on camera.
It's
Sam.
really,
All
really
on
cold.
camera.
How do they do it with icing without the...
Because bars are normally very hot.
That's true. Well, because they probably just rinsed it out under the hot water tap.
Or it's just...
Well, I sorry didn't get quite to the point of inviting a... What's the word?
A mixologist.
Mixologist, that's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going for my mind there. I didn't quite get to that point, but
Do you have a cocktail strainer?
Yeah, there's two.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're meant to strain it so that I put new ice in.
Oh.
mistake.
Well, it's all good.
Uh,
There's two strainers there,
It's
one for the
okay.
big ice.
It's okay, I'm being pedantic.
Yes,
It's fine.
No,
Just 'cause you were
I'm
struggling
just
with the
looking at
mint
the soda now. Is this the soda that you've
Uh,
taken
so
the
this-
label
This
off?
is
Yeah.
Oh, they're both the same, are they?
Correct.
Okay.
So we're going to play the dead border scenario. Should only take 90 minutes maybe.
Okay.
Give you a reasonable idea about what you do.
We're going to get dead bored.
You're going to get dead bored, mate. Super boring. So I'm going to give you a choice of a few characters. You can shout out which one you want.
So now
Take-
I've made one of these. I should pass it round.
or
Try
give
it.
it to the lovely lady assistant who brought in all the.
No, I just mean like...
Well,
so
mate, does it taste any good?
Yeah.
That is bad.
Very tangy.
Right, it's probably because...
You just
I mean,
squeezed
this
in a
is-
ton of that.
No, I used the right amount. I used the
Oh, okay.
specified amount, but I think there should be
We
more
could all
soda
make
in it.
our
I think that
own
should be in the high.
cocktails.
Should that be a tall
Yeah.
glass? What kind of glasses?
Yeah.
Yes. Gotcha.
Tall.
I'll get us a glass.
I
Water that down a bit.
follow the instructions.
Don't dilute that a little perhaps. Right, this is going to take place almost entirely inside a tenement type or a boarding house. Get it? Dead board.
Oh.
Right. Little,
That's an
little
extra
prelude
A.
into that.
I'll tell you what. Or we can share this between two people. Like,
Oh, you half it and then...
yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Top
That's
up.
a bit of
Okay. So we have the landlord. If somebody wanted to play the landlord, on the back you're going to find there our landlady. Rosamund, they're all gender neutral.
Thank you. Well, they're not gender neutral at this point.
Well,
Land.
not yeah, but you
Discriminate.
can choose one or the other. Oh, did he go there? You can be whatever you want. So on the back of each sheet is your motivation and who you are, roughly loosely, just a couple of paragraphs. Everybody's got a reason for doing what they're doing, kind of thing, and you'll be role playing that out. So we have the landlord, a bookstore owner, a business associate, a nosy neighbour, and a tough guy dame. Tough guy / tough dame.
You want the tough guy?
No, I want to be a nosy neighbour.
You want to be the nosy neighbour, very well, if you want to hand that one down to Lisa. Now Lisa, your motivation is on the back, what you're looking for in this scenario? Anybody else got a preference?
Probably business partner.
The business associate,
Who's
yeah, it's
transfer?
pretty much an accountant.
There we go.
Nice.
I might just do the usual and go for bookstore owner.
As you may
For
do.
myself. Are you saying you don't really want it?
That's exactly
Try it. I've
If
avoided
it's
it
got
down.
gin in it, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
I've avoided it down for
Thank
gin.
you.
So that might
Do you want you maybe try a different one?
No,
It's
it's alright.
only that you like, Sam.
I'll down both of those if no one else wants it.
I will
Yeah,
have a
I'll go
tough
and quick
day.
look.
One tough
Oh, wait.
dame. Very well. So we're that's fine. I'll play the landlord.
Seems appropriate.
Well, everybody.
Collins.
I was already the policeman. It's not a problem.
Jean Ricky.
Oh, well, if you need a landlord, don't mind being a landlady. As long as I
That's
can
fine.
scream at people for
Absolutely fine.
everyone that counts.
Max, I've never played a game before, so if you keep me right. But yeah, it's a demo scenario. It should only take 90 minutes, hopefully it tops, and give everybody a little taster as to what the game is like. Yeah. Fantastic. Now I need to cover up chat, so goodbye. Goodbye, Max.
Bye, Max.
Do you have a camera on you as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
Oh.
if you've hidden yourself there so that you're not on the internet
No.
with us,
Well, I had
gonna be really
but we
bad.
were going to be 5 people. So if everybody wants to read the back of their character sheet,
Oh yeah, right.
we're going to get a little bit of motivation as to what they're, why they're here, what they're doing.
I'm sorry, this boarding house does not have the best name. Mar Shanks.
Yeah. could be
Does
worse.
not bode well.
Could be worse. Now, I will say, as opposed to obviously your great setup that you've got here now, I only discovered that this was a really short scenario this afternoon at work. And so I've only read it since then, yeah? So I might have to refer back to my notes a little more than I would normally. I had prepared another scenario, but we'll do that one next time. Once you have characters. What's my... Oh yes, that's correct. I remember my motivation now.
You know the landlord is supposedly Scottish anyway.
What's
So-
that about?
Marsh.
Exactly.
Excuse me. You'll notice they don't have names. So, Lisa, you're the nosy neighbour.
Mm-hmm.
What's your character name?
Loretta Cathy. Loretta.
Very good.
Who's the corporate name?
You can either roll for them or just choose one you like.
I might just
Or you could literally pick up a name, yeah. Let me just write down everybody's roles. Not their roles, but their roles. Whatever, you gotta make your own fun. Gotta make your own fun, you guys. Simon's the bookstore owner.
Ooh, these are good names. I know, right? But yeah, no, I've been given a nationality. I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah, of course. Sam, do you have a character name?
Reg.
Reg is super. Simon, do you have a character name? Or
Ezra.
Ezra? From Star Wars. I thought you didn't like Star Wars.
Ezra
Miller.
Pendleton.
Pendleton. Oh, legend.
Yeah.
And I'm Ingrid
Oh,
Casper.
Pardon?
Ingrid Casper.
Ingrid's.
I had a better name.
And remember, you're only going to play this character for 10 minutes. If you want that name for your real character.
Oh no, we're good.
10 minutes.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
10 to 90
That's how long
minutes.
you've
Yeah, it
experienced
depends.
survive.
Solve that. Solve the problem.
Age 29. That's quite young for a bookstore.
34.
Hell, 22! I'm a tough lady at 22.
Yeah.
Life has been hard.
Punch. Kick, chop, punch. It's all in the
Fighting.
mind. More importantly, Sam, have you chosen a cocktail?
Yeah, French 75.
Alright.
I like French 75.
Thank you.
Barry, what are the two numbers after a...
Right, so now you've got some stats, you can see them there.
Yeah.
So for any stat, that's the number you're rolling against for a regular check, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a hard check, it's half that number, so that's the top stat.
Right.
And if it's a extreme difficulty, then it's 1/5. Yeah.
Right.
And that's the second number. So if you ever, if you're doing something that's difficult, you may need to roll under half your stat or half your skill.
Be useful.
Huh? Pottery. I've got cooking.
So yeah, have a look at your character sheets, understand who you are as a person, of course. Have a look at some of your skills. You'll notice there's a few you might have that's unique to you, maybe an art and craft skill, maybe a language skill, maybe a science skill, that are kind of written in. Also see if you've got any weapons.
I'm bigger than you. What are you, a business associate?
Business associate, I'm Reg.
Who's the biggest? Who's got the biggest size?
That's the biggest size.
Yeah.
Is, what, 65?
65, yeah, you're bigger than me.
60.
Somebody give me
I'm the
a
smallest.
landlord name.
Ma Shanks.
Oh, hang on.
No, she's a
Are you, not
Papa
the, are you
Shanks.
not the landlord in the
Papa
description?
Shango
Hang on,
from
hang on.
1990s wrestling.
Wait, are you the landlord in the description?
I'm the landlord in the description.
Gardener.
No, Gardener's a resident.
He's a resident.
Oh.
Jeff.
Yeah. I just need.
Oh, I'm getting confused. Sorry.
Oh, up
Good
That's
start.
fine.
Great start.
I'll be Jeff because my size is 80.
Whoa, Big Jeff.
Huge.
Is this sugar syrup?
That is sugar. No,
Nice.
that's orgeat. Sugar syrup's the other one.
Which
It's got a picture of sugarcane on it that looks a bit
that-
like pineapple.
That's the one. So sugar syrup's just sugar and water, but boiled in such a way that it stays
Goes gritty.
liquid. Yeah. So
No
it
sugar syrup.
goes out.
It just dissolves.
But it'll
It's
go
not in
back
a special way. Is it?
Special the way I do it
The way you can put from a shop.
with love.
It's got bits of pain in it.
Roll.
What
Cooking.
You can see the pain in the syrup.
Oh no, I burnt it.
Oh, by one.
By one.
Right.
Worst
So
birthday
you'll
cake
see
ever.
when making a roll, you see you've got luck.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's say you were off by one in this instance, Sam.
Yeah.
You can spend luck equal to the difference of what you need to pass.
Ah.
Yeah. So let's just quickly run through how something works. So you do a check against something.
Mhm.
You can spend your luck stat to reduce that number as appropriate, or increase the number on the few occasions that matters. But similarly, let's say you were to bust down this door. I used this example earlier. Right?
Yeah.
So what's your strength? You got to bust down the door.
Strength 50.
Right. So you're going to make it's just a pretty lightweight door. You
Yeah.
could probably kick it in. So what? Yeah.
40.
40. Okay, so you smash that. But let's say, for example, you failed. I don't know why I made you roll that.
64.
Right, so 64. So you can either spend 14 luck to succeed, or you might give me something else you're going to do to attempt that again. Right? So let's say you kicked the door in the first time. The second time you're like, okay, that didn't work. I'm just going to absolutely blast down the hallway and shoulder barge it.
Yeah.
I'd give you another roll for that.
Oh,
But if you fail this one, bad things will happen.
48.
So 48, so you succeed. But let's say it was 84, the other way around, you might bounce off it, smack your head, lose a hit point or something, yeah?
Okay.
So,
I was like, bad like Intry bad or bad like Cthulhu bad?
Really rise me up.
You got any cocktails, Max? Get involved. It's where what's happening.
I'm really starting.
Yeah, how is it?
Are you?
I do not have ice
I've got
tolerance.
60.
You don't have ice
I
tolerance.
have a
don't.
skill.
Do I even cocktail?
Oh.
Language English.
Showing your country
Full
roots
one.
there. Country
Got
girl
10 higher
roots.
than you.
Damn it, I'm a bumpkin and a half.
Just too high
Yeah, just
educated.
that much better English than you are.
Oh,
Wow, rude.
it's okay. I'm sure there's
What's your
40% of
disguise?
accounting.
No, I'm foreign, Simon.
Oh, 40.
Sounds
That's
pretty
good.
good.
I'm not
Oh,
20,
I
which is
don't
why
think
my
I'm
business
that
is
smart.
failing.
Alright.
Red
No,
is bored.
I'm not that smart. Good, great.
So there's
Often
a whole
doesn't
bunch of like little tricky rules and stuff, but we'll just play it narratively. You say what you want to do, and I'll roughly work out what the rules are.
No, he's a fat boy. He can take it.
For what?
This is very strong.
What is that?
Okay.
Enjoy that, Sam.
Yeah.
Go on. You need it.
Thank you.
Oh well.
No gin and ages. What are you looking at?
Had a headache last time. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Good girl, version.
Excuse me.
Go then.
I'll just choke up this end. Okay, thanks. guys.
Do you want me to make
Right.
a cocktail?
No, it's fine. I just wasted.
Okay, why? I don't
What do
have
you
one,
want?
so I
Do
can
you
make
want to
it.
try?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll get one after we've done this, and then we'll start making some characters.
Okay.
And then you can just read the book, so then I can make my own.
Alright.
Fine. So the way this is going to
The cocktail.
tie into your real characters is once we've created your characters, they're all going to be in a hotel. They're going to go to sleep, and they're going to awaken to find themselves facing strange images that are not their own.
Oh.
They theorise that one could travel within their own lifetime. No, that's a different. Nobody ever gets my references, man. My references are off the hook. Nobody ever watched Quantum Leap.
Yeah,
Dr.
I-
Samuel Beckett
yeah.
stepped into the Quantum Leap itself.
I was thinking about the man in the high castle.
Right, okay.
Ah.
I watched half of the first season. Anyway.
Oh, season 3 is
Off the chain.
yeah,
It was absolutely.
yeah, it's great. It's
Um,
good stuff.
Fantastic. So your real characters all go to sleep. You're all in the same hotel, and you wake up and you find that you're these people here.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Right.
does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
Now you all live in the same boarding house, Marshanks.
Dangerous.
Boarding house for kids that can't read books, that want to read books.
I got 80.
Oh, very good.
Language.
Very good.
18 reading, good.
And the Big Jeff, we've not seen Mr. Gardner, for Mr. James Gardner, right? So we've not seen him for a couple of days. He's a bit reclusive anyway, but you're not been able. So Big Jeff has gone and flagged in the attention of a passing police officer to help, just to confirm that he's going to go into his room and check that he's okay. We fear the worst at this point. He's normally around. He picks up his mail, his newspapers and such like, but they've just been left on the doorstep. And because you guys are all in the same building, you've kind of come out to see what's going on, and you're kind of just there, ready to look over the shoulder. So you live in Providence, Rhode Island, in Marshanks boarding house. Times are tough. The Great Depression means that immigrants and long-time residents, including you, the year's 1931, you're in the future.
Oh.
The Great Depression means that immigrants and long-time residents, including you, are experiencing hard times. You've gathered outside the room of Mr. James Gardner. He's not been seen for at least 2 days, and everyone is getting concerned for his well-being. Big Jeff rattles some keys, finding the one for Gardner's room. Then, knocking once more just to be sure there's no response, the key is turned in the lock and the door is slowly opened. From within comes a lingering smell of candles, long since burned out, and something sickly sweet and copper-like. Looking in, you see it.
Orgeat.
Yes, he's
I
been
wondered where you were
he's been
going
making
with
cocktails.
that.
That is an Arkham map on the far wall, Max. Framed in the shafts of sunlight streaming through the gaps in the curtains, a body. A body is lying on a tarpaulin, stretched out on the floor. You can see blood. The man's body and clothing are covered in blood. It looks as though he somehow fell over from a kneeling position. The body is wearing a green tweed coat and a brown sweater vest. The clothes Mr. Gardner usually wears. It must be Mr. Gardner. The scene is shocking. His head has been mutilated by knife cuts. So the room looks like this.
Ooh,
If we,
technology.
we certainly do live in the future. So you see the door where you guys are there, the table to your right, wardrobe to your left. It's a single room. He's made a little sort of living space for himself by separating it by this sort of bookshelf here. And you're looking in to see him lying on the ground in this position. And none of you have ever seen a dead body before. So if everybody wants to make a sanity roll, so this is your first roll. So the number you're targeting is your sanity number.
So the 2 d10s, right?
So yep,
Pass.
pass.
What do we need to roll?
Under your sanity roll if you
No,
can.
I got 59, so.
Oh, there.
Where is my sanity?
You're out.
Yeah, no, we're good. 8.
You passed, and Simon, you passed as well.
Yeah, I did, yeah. 12.
Fantastic. However, everybody
Get
that
more
passed lose 1 sanity. You're like, oh my god, this is blowing your mind that somebody you knew is lying dead there. Lisa, you lose 1d4 sanity. A little point you win. So roll 1d4.
4.
So you lose 4 sanity. Now, if you ever lose 5 sanity at once, or 20% of your sanity in a day, let me know.
That was almost 20% of my sanity. I have pretty low sanity to start with.
Cool. So the policeman there, Officer Oakley, he's like, oh my god, okay, right. So it's been a crime. He's just a beat cop. He's not a detective. He's like, oh no, this is disastrous. I'm going to have to go and get a detective to clean up the crime scene. Nobody touch anything. Yeah, and he leaves you all to go and get some backup. Now, what you want to do is, of course, up to you. Whether you take his word as law, he is a policeman after all, or if you want to take a closer look. So, policeman, Officer Oakley, he's like, don't touch anything, I'll be back. He's off to get a detective.
Well,
And Big Jeff, he's so distraught that he just walks off. And Big Jeff's like, oh my god, oh no. Big Jeff's like, oh, I'm not going to deal with this just now. I'm going to come back to it. But he forgets to lock up the door. And you four are just standing there looking in.
Well, naturally, as the nosy neighbour, I need to know what's going on. I need the goss, I need to be first in the press. And I don't like this James Gardner because he's a mystery.
Okay, you don't know enough about him. So what are you going to do?
I want to go into his room, do a little snooping around.
Very well. So you see Loretta there, kind of barrel past you guys, I guess, and go into the room and start just having a little nose at some of the furnishings and some of the...
I'm going to follow her in.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so everybody just kind
It's
of
now a race.
goes in
Roll.
and makes Sandra. So the room can comfortably fit all 4 of you. But you
With
can
or without
probably,
stepping in some
yeah, you're going to have to
Awkwardly.
watch your step, and you're going to, you can only get sort of one person down the bedside and one person there. So Loretta, you went in first. What area are you going to stand in?
Because I've been in the room by his and I can hear him at night reciting strange poetry, I want to check out the bookshelf.
Okay, so are you going to the bedside of the bookshelf or the other side of the
What side are the book spines on?
bookshelf? the bedside. So
Yeah, I'll go to
so
the
you go to the
bedside.
bedside. Fine. Who went in next?
Oh, Sam, yeah.
Sam, yeah. Where are you going?
I would like to also look at books.
Well, there's only enough space for one person to kind of get in there
Yeah.
I'll
comfortably.
go.
It'll get a little bit awkward if you follow her in.
Yeah.
I'm 58, so you know.
Maybe she'll like it. I don't know.
Give me a break.
I would. I'll say maybe he. I don't know. I've lent him some things. I'd rather have him back if possible, and just mumble that to myself. I'm walking.
Fine. Let me just make so people can see people here.
Oh wow, this is really peachy.
Fine.
Oh, I thought you were going to put it so we could see it, like little markers.
Little people. Where are the miniatures, Barry?
I almost could,
Hold on.
but I'm not going to.
Oh.
I'm just putting it up so we're still on the screen there. Fine, Simon, where are you?
I'm going to sort of awkwardly assert myself towards the nosy neighbour. What's her name?
Loretta.
Towards Loretta. Do I know Loretta?
You all know each other roughly,
Right.
like you're passing acquaintances within
You're
the building.
You're Loretta.
You've lived there for a number of months or years together, and certainly Loretta's had her nose in most of your business at
Right.
some point. And
Driving your own way, Loretta.
are you, Rosamund? Ingrid, where's Ingrid going?
I'm gonna look under the mattress for clues.
So third person. Right, there was enough space for one person in that bed, bookcase, nightstand side.
I'm going to start. Well, I'm going to address this issue head on.
Right.
I'd say, excuse me, Miss Loretta. I need to get a look at that bookshelf. There could be some important books there. I don't think you really know what you're looking at.
Well, I know that he's been reading this poetry and I want to see
Yeah, I know.
what's
But
driven him to this.
I'm a book specialist. Please, let me see.
Well, let me watch over your shoulder then, and I'll see what you find.
All right. Fine. Fine. Super. So, who's going to examine what?
Can I examine the table? I think that.
There's two tables. Which table would you like to look at?
The table that is nearest the wall-mounted cabinets.
They're both right beside the wall-mounted
The one furthest from the bloody door.
So you're everybody just stepping over this dead body.
Oh yeah.
Going
I'm
to
respectful
ransack
about
the
it,
room.
but
That's
I
going
want
to
to
be
have a
quite
look at the
awkward for
table.
you to walk around as well. The chair there.
Yeah,
Just
you're
get
stepping
your
over his
feet out of the way.
Kick his
legs.
feet out of the way.
Your feet crumple on the tarpaulin as you kind of step in between his legs of this.
Look, I'm
dead
a very
body.
hardened 22-year-old, okay?
All
This
right,
doesn't
fine.
bother me.
And you go on over to the far table there. Fine. Let's just have a little look at what else you find here. So
Is that not being
that
drunk
one,
then?
that one.
No,
Apologies.
I'm okay. You go for it.
no, I'm not. I mean, I don't want to rob you of it.
No,
Right,
So you,
So this table in the corner can accommodate
Moving on.
2 people. You see, it's kind of set up for like dinner or meals there.
Oh.
But there's only a place setting in front of it for one person. Otherwise, there's nothing on it. Pretty much nothing there. Samuel Reg, where is he again?
I might go the other side of the bookshelf, so the spineless side,
Yeah,
because
again, just stepping around. this dead body there.
yeah,
Don't mind.
I do a bit of a Catholic
Yeah.
cross and say sorry, George
James. Yeah, James
yeah, George James.
Oh, awkward. Fine. So you can have a look at the. Are you just reading the books? Or you having? You can. There's nothing stopping you touching the books. so
Yeah,
it's fine.
I know what I'm looking for here. I know what it would look like because I lent James
Yeah.
something, and so I presume, well, it would be easy, I guess. I don't want to be standing
But
around
everyone's- yeah,
on the
okay,
other side of the
fine. So you're-
nightstand with
you're
Ezra and Loretta.
Surreptitiously, kind of
Yeah.
pulling things out.
Mumbling stuff about
Okay, well,
lending
the-
books and
The bookcase itself is quite ornate. So it's finely carved. On either side are busts of 2 cherubs playing flutes. Carved into them. There's a drawer at the bottom of the unit, which is on your side, Sam. But all of the woodwork, highly detailed, intricate scroll work, looks quite valuable as far as things go. There are books on finance and banking, a few books for travel, maybe some weird and wonderful places, and a couple of books that you're not quite sure what to make of them. They look, I don't know, almost biblical, but definitely not of any religion you kind of know there.
Can I, whilst everyone's there bickering, he's looking at books,
Yeah,
can I try and check the dead guy's pockets maybe?
without anybody seeing.
Hopefully.
Right, so if you're going to do it without anybody seeing, yes, you can. So let me just come back to that in just a moment. But you'll probably have to make a stealth roll. I don't know if you've got much in your way of stealth. But
40?
oh,
all right, so make a stealth roll
what's your spot hidden? As a
What do I
nosy
need to
neighbour,
go?
you must have a good space.
under
Sounds
whatever that
right.
number is.
Under
Yeah.
Not very
What
good.
is-
84.
So you go over to the body and you basically go, "Oh, hey guys," and you just like
Trip over a foot.
you just. It's quite obvious that you're interfering with them, even though nobody's directly looking at you.
Okay. I'm just checking he's really dead, guys.
Yeah.
Just in case. That's what
Um,
that is.
But then, okay, so I guess everybody there is looking at the bookcase now. So
Yeah.
the top shelf itself doesn't quite have enough books to fill the top shelf. The bottom shelf's filled, top shelf about half filled. The bookend's got some sort of strange octopus man statuette as a bookend, keeping them pressed up to it. So, again, the guy's got a lot of antiques lying around. This looks like it could be quite valuable. Something that you're very surprised that somebody living here would own.
Right.
They'd have all the sort of valuable stuff just kind of lying around. Nice bookcase. Are you just
I'm
pulling
looking
books
for a
out, or
specific book.
Well, while he's
So yeah,
what's his name? While the bookseller is distracted looking at the books, I'm gonna surreptitiously go to the nightstand and
Uh-huh.
try and peek in the drawer.
okay. So you've gone round the sort of back of him there.
Well, I
That's
went in
fine.
first, so I was already cornered.
Yeah, okay. So you kind of step back to let him in,
While he-
look
yeah.
at the book, and you're like,
Yeah.
by the way, worst neighbours ever. Right, so by the desk lamps, there's an old book, the Dreamer's Dictionary. In the drawer of the nightstand, there's a slim journal. It seems to be written by Gardner himself. And there's a small corked bottle of liquid and a small vial containing an off-white powder. Do you want to know what the hard white? Do you want to know what's in the vials?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can either do you have like first aid or medicine or pharmacy as a science.
No, I don't have anything useful.
Nothing along those lines.
I've got first aid.
Taste.
50.
Well, you're trying, yeah, like a 50 first aid.
What if I want to read the journal?
Yeah, you can read the journal. Go for it.
But do I need to roll?
Nothing. You can read the journal.
Yeah, I'll read the journal.
So, this is a record of dreams that Gardner had been experienced while under the influence of something. Like it,
The right vial.
he's definitely, well, not so much that, you get ideas that, something's been messing with his mind. It could be drug induced or otherwise. Are you going to just like skim through it?
Yeah.
Or are you going to
try
like
and look-
in depth read it?
No, I'll in-depth read it.
Okay, so that'll take a little bit of time. Probably like 5-10 minutes to go through page by page
Well,
while these guys are looting the room.
I'm not looting. Genuinely.
Yeah,
yeah.
fine. So Rosamund, you have blatantly gone over and just stuck your hand in the dead man's pockets, James Gardner's pockets. Let's see what you find. So, oh, double-sided. I wondered where all the other bits were. I printed it off double-sided. What an idiot. I was like, I remember reading all of this and I cannot find it for love nor money. Fantastic. So, you've gone through his pockets. You find $1.47 in loose change. A wallet that identified Mr. James Gardner and another $2.
Ooh.
You've got
Rolling
there's a
dough.
keychain with a key to the room and one other smaller key, maybe sized to fit, say, a cupboard or a desk lock. And a pack of matches, unlabelled. There are 6 matches still in it.
Great.
You kind of rifled through those there. Sam, you were at the bookcase.
Yeah, I want to scan it for. I'll scan through the finance books, see if there looks anything familiar there in the book that I lent him.
There is. You find the book Myths and Legends of Ancient Greece and Rome.
Excuse me, could anyone tell me if they find a book called Myths and Legends of Ancient Greece and Rome? Or The Interpretation of Dreams by Sigmund Freud, which I'm sure is garbage, but Mr. Gardner really wanted to borrow it. And the Dreamer's Dictionary, a rare 1815 first edition. It's really important that I get that book back. And a primer in Greek vocabulary. If anyone sees such a thing.
Sam, you find 2 of those books as you thumb through it really quickly.
Mr.
Pendleton.
Mr. Pendleton, I think I've got 2 of your books here. You said you lent them to Gardner.
That's right. I lent him a number of books. He was really interested in dreams.
I too lent him some books. A set of maybe 3 nondescript. They wouldn't have a title so much on their back. 2 of them are ledgers that he was scribing for me for my mother. And the other one is written in my own hand. So if you could find anything that looks like it's got handwritten rather than printed, I've got your 2 printed books here. I can, I'll be happy to give them to you once
I'll hold out my hand. So thank you so much for finding them.
Well, I'm on the other side. I'll give them to you when we leave.
I don't mind walking around the
Well,
side of the shelf.
we wouldn't want to disturb the crime scene any further.
These books are
James
quite
Gardner was, of
important
course,
to
a
me.
friend to all of us.
I wouldn't
Yes.
really call him a friend, more of a
Well,
colleague.
he was my friend, and I lent him those 3 books. So
Well,
I'm sure if you want the
That's
books
all
that
very
you
well.
lent him, then we can all
those 2
get out of here
books,
before the officer gets back.
which were the 2 books that you found?
Something about Greece and something about Freud. I don't know.
2. There were,
Psychobabble.
there were 2 books about Greece. Which one was it? Myths and Legends of Ancient Greece and Rome by Ian Behrens, or Primary Greek Vocabulary?
This guy.
Maybe the first. I don't know. Look, if you could just really help me find those books.
Yeah, I'll look for them. I have library use as a skill.
Well, I'd really appreciate it because those are personal rather than you understand personal books, which I'd hate to find
These are
locked up.
personal to me. My business is very personal to me.
I appreciate that, but these are actually my books rather than.
Well, they're my business's books. I'm the sole proprietor.
Well, like I
means
said,
they're my
if we
books.
find my books, then we can get out of here soon. I can hand you these books. over.
Can I see any more books, Barry?
You're flicking through it. Give me an intelligence roll.
Intelligence.
Stat.
Ooh, I'm more intelligent than you.
Not education.
Not education.
What?
Oh.
Oh, I failed. But I'm just going to reduce my luck by 15 because this character's disappearing soon, right? I'm going to
That's
spend.
fine.
Bump him off now.
I'll
Looking
spend
at it,
15
you
luck.
notice that there's
Could have done
a
that.
space between the drawer at the bottom of the bookcase and the bottom of the shelf. It's like too big. Like there's something going on there. Maybe a secret drawer or something.
I'm going to have a look in the secret drawer.
Yeah. So you're kind of looking at.
Having a,
You can't
judging
find.
me for my little
You take out the
search
bottom
thing.
drawer.
flew for a dead
Can't feel around, can't feel anything. Give me a spot hidden roll.
Spot hidden.
Or are you any
45.
good at woodworking?
Woodworking. No, but I'm good at pottery, so I want to have another look at that weird bookend.
By all
I assume
means.
it's ceramic.
Well could be.
Right. Spot hidden
Yeah.
or woodwork. It's going to be spot hidden. Oh. 25. Smashed it.
Smashed it.
Yeah.
All right. So you find you manage to like push in the panel, which slides the whole drawer out, and underneath there's a secret compartment.
Guys, I found a secret compartment.
In there, you find a primer in Greek vocabulary.
Oh, that's mine.
There's 2 books that look like they're ledgers of some sort and filled with sort of receipts and stuff in there. There's a knife, like a sort of black obsidian knife in there, quite
That's mine.
ornately handled.
Definitely
Again.
let that
Is
be
it
turned
ceramic?
back.
Oh, I
It's
lent him
not
that
ceramic.
knife.
And
I mean, I totally didn't
wrapped
like
in
that.
like a silk cloth that you can unfurl. You find a book in Greek, or written in Greek, and it seems to be called the Book of Dreams.
So I'll put that under my jacket.
All
Sliding that in.
Um,
I'm wearing a really big coat, like a massive trench coat.
For a small man.
I'm not
Big
that
coat.
small. I'm
I'm
size
the
60.
smallest.
Thanks
You're
very
size
much.
60. Oh, okay.
So
And then you're the only
Smaller
person
than me.
bigger than me.
climb in. So that conversation went on for about 5 minutes. Lisa, you managed to read through that. Lose 1 sanity.
Oh.
So things written in here just are not making any sense to you. It's just like, what is going on? But you do feel like you've learned a little bit. You get 2% in occult. So, you get so this book reveals that Gardner had an obsession with returning to a place called the Dreamlands, and he was frustrated that he seemed to no longer be able to travel to this place while asleep. Entry after entry is just filled with frustration, or just simply reads "No dreams again." Just all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. Just no dreams again, over and over. Then towards the end of the journal, there are numerous descriptions of vivid dreams, where Gardner talks about meeting a powerful being who's promised them a path into the land of dream if certain rituals are performed. In addition, he describes how his dreams excuse me. He describes how his dreams make a text he calls the tome more understandable. So if you make an occult roll with your bonus 2%, D100, well, you can maybe find something out.
Alright, I'll go for it.
Oh.
4, absolutely smashed it. So you understand kind of putting this all together, what's going on. And so Gardner was experiencing dreams where he was in contact with some dream entity or person. Now while the unnamed person seems to change his or her appearance in the varying dreams, it seems to be the same entity throughout. Whoever or whatever it was, it obviously had a lasting influence on Gardner, driving him to delve into the dark arts. So the first clue, maybe not all is as it seems here. Rosamund, you have a...
You mean Ingrid?
Hang on. But there's a man with a slashed up face who's died in front of what looks like a little mini altar. Is that like candles and shit in front of him there?
Profanity.
Yes, that is candles and stuff, yeah.
Right.
But since everybody just went straight to...
Bookshelf.
Well, I need my books back, Baron.
nobody's really taken in their surroundings.
What was the other thing on the nightstand? You said there was a vial, the journal, and
Yes, so the nightstand had the Dreamer's Dictionary.
I think I said out loud that I was looking for that book in particular.
But nobody's said they've seen it.
well,
so
I'm gonna get that.
the journal and a small corked bottle of liquid and a small vial containing an off-white powder. That if you thought about it, maybe you would know what it was. Well, make a first aid roll anyway.
Alright. My first aid is 50.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Morphine comes up.
Yeah, fine. Laudanum and cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh, is that laudanum and cocaine, miss? It may be of interest to you that before he was a psychoanalyst, Sigmund Freud actually pioneered the use of cocaine as an anesthetic. It was probably his only valuable contribution to the world of medicine.
I'm sure that's what he was using it for.
I want to steal that book on the sly. Look at that without.
Alright. Max have pointed out that there's a sleight of hand skill.
Yep.
So that would probably be if you're wanting to hide that away.
30.
Which is quite a good one.
So if you want to hide it,
There we go.
yeah,
I don't know how to do that. 27.
27.
Yeah.
So you managed to get away that book
Couldn't
of
they have been
dreams.
like opposed because like spotting?
Well, no, you've been arguing with him while she's doing all this. So,
And then I'm going to sneak out of that little rut, sing some.
so climb over the bed or whatever. Okay, fine. Rosamund, you now have a few bits of cash and a small key that looks like it might fit into.
Yeah, so
Cover
I
the
think
desk
it's
drawer.
fairly obvious you guys don't like me and you kind of know what I'm doing here, so I'm just going to go and see if that table's got anything the key might fit into.
So the other table,
The
yes?
other table.
Fine, well you look at the table, it's got a pile of organised correspondence and an attractive wooden holder for paper, pens,
Great.
some envelopes. In the corner there's a man's hat.
What kind of hat is it, Barry?
It is a...
Black cat.
No,
Can I suggest it's a Homburg?
it was almost certainly a Homburg, yes.
Interesting.
I'm just looking
Who's
at the
got
picture.
skill hats? Who's got hat law hats?
Science.
Yeah, I mean, if that picture's anything to go by, that is clearly a Homburg.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the picture? Where's
the
the
down the
bottom
bottom
right?
right.
an
That's-
interesting, a rare square-brimmed Homburg.
Again, something that perhaps a man of money might have. Something custom made.
$3.47 kind of money.
Yeah.
Just walking around with that in cash. But there is nothing
That I can put a key into.
Nothing to put a key into. You can have a look at the letters if you wanted, or skim through those, or
Sure.
sure, you have a read of them. You find a note from a business associate asking Gardner if the ledgers have been finished. Implores him to make haste as they're needed as soon as possible. And the letter was dated just 7 days ago.
Yeah, because this guy's interest doesn't seem suspicious at all.
Not a business
Flicking through
associate.
again, you find a letter from his bank manager in Scotland regarding the dwindling funds in his accounts. The letter warns that unless measures are taken to address the situation, his account will be cleared out within the next 6 months. Not very long to go at all. And there's other kind of, you can keep looking through it if you want, but you don't feel, there's nothing that looks important.
Fair. I'm not that smart either, so.
Right, so you two guys have each other's books at this point, is that right?
Nobody has admitted to having the Dreamer's Dictionary, a rare 1815 first edition. No one's admitted to having
What have you found down in that little old cupboard there?
Oh, just some ledgers. I think they're what you were looking for.
Please, thank you.
I'm going to need those books.
By all means, was it just 2 ledgers you found in there?
I don't remember.
Even though you
Barry?
yes, it was just the 2 ledgers.
I'm just going to subtly let them fall open so I can have a look what's inside.
What's your accountancy skill?
Just as I
Yes, what is your
5.
skill?
Oh no, wait, that's my basic. It's 20. It's 20.
Oh no! Can you oppose accountancy? I'll fast
I don't
talk
think
him.
you can oppose accounts.
Debits, credits, debits, credits!
Why
We
can't
were
I
an
find
accountancy
the
battle
bookcase?
with rage.
Oh, because it's here. You found, two accounting ledgers, and you just rolled accountancy, did you?
No, I haven't yet,
Oh,
but I'm
okay.
going to.
Okay,
Just
so
have
you
a
let-
quick
you let
breeze
them
through.
fall open.
Oh, I rolled a 64.
You don't. No, you can't really tell what's keeping.
But what
track
about
of.
appraise? What about appraise, Barry? Do they look legit?
They
Like
look.
books.
They look legit. They, from your experience of running your own business, you know what income outcome kind of looks like. As far as you can tell, the receipts are in order, and the measure. What's the word I'm after? The
Balance.
the balances are look right.
To 0.
Yeah.
So you have a good
20 and
appraise
40.
skill, and then you were going to look at the octopus
statue.
man.
Yeah. So I've got either art, craft, pottery, which is
Yeah.
25, or I've got occult, 70.
Why would you have a cult?
70.
Well, the book ends a monstrous thing,
Yeah.
looking like some human squid, right? So you pick it up to appraise it, feels cold and slimy, and there's like a tingling sensation. Give me a sanity roll.
Sanity?
Yeah.
Come on! Oh, yes, I was passed by 6.
Okay, you still
43.
experience a sudden, brief vision of being like underwater and just sort of dark forms and dread, but you it's just a vision. It kind of passes. You're like, oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
Give me an appraise roll then.
Appraise?
Yeah.
Not occult or arts, craft, even though my art, craft, pottery is worse. But it seems more relevant. Right, 40 then. Oh, 19, Barry.
19. It's a pretty horrid bookend, but the craftsmanship's there, and the materials alone are probably worth about $50.
Right, I got the knife I picked up that knife.
The obsidian knife, yeah.
I've got that as well.
Alright, fine.
So he's just picked up this bookend, right? And he's
Yeah.
got this knife, right? Can I square up to this dude and pick a fight maybe? I want one of those things.
Oh, miss, I'm just looking for my book. You can have anything you want so long as I get my book back.
Oh, I'm totally happy to help you find your book, but one of those things is going to come away with me.
After.
Excellent. I'm so glad we understand each other.
Fine. Lisa, you've crawled over the bed past
This nonsense.
this 58-year-old woman is just kind of hooked up on the bed and come around.
You think a 58-year-old woman might not be able to climb over a bed?
What's the average life expectancy in the 1920s?
Well, the statistic is only influenced by infant mortality,
Yeah.
right? Right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And strange occurrences.
How old was James Gardner when he
I
died?
draw my
Oh, there you go.
obsidian knife.
While I'm there, I'm going to open the wardrobe.
So as you're passing,
Just to
so you're just like nosing about, seeing kind of what's in there. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, we've been to everything else.
Well, I mean, we need to look at that little mini altar that he set up for himself. It's the most unusual thing in the room.
The wardrobe of course, contains his clothes. There's some quite nice clothes in there, some shoes, a couple of worn pairs and one nice pair there. And you find a wooden box that you can't open. It has a lock on it.
You've got that woodworking skill.
Statue on the box. We've got a few desires, but very strong.
Yeah, give me a spot hidden roll.
Right, so my spot hidden is 45.
100.
Yes.
That is that's a critical fail. I'm not sure how you.
Have you broken a
what's
bone
the
in the
opposite
process
of
of
finding
opening
something? Hiding something.
Band-aid.
I drop it and everybody sees that I have it.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, you're looking for. You go in, you look. You basically drop everything. The rail that all his clothes are hanging on breaks at one end, and everything just crumples to a heap on the bottom of the wardrobe, and you're just like.
Butterfingers.
I thought I was sloppy with the body.
Fine. You just
Bring it back!
it's coming back. Give me a second. Woo-wee.
I thought it was a club forces for a hot second.
Right. Who's doing what?
Oh, Sam, do you...
Yeah, I'm
taking-
still looking for one of my books, which I am probably intimately familiar with.
That's
Is it by D.H. Lawrence, by any chance? When was Lady Chatterley's Lover published, Barry?
Are we
Well,
allowed to use technology?
I'll use technology. Tube technology.
Well, I can roll, surely law books.
Has it come out yet? No.
No, it's oh no, well, it has come out because it's
30.
1928.
We're in 31, aren't we?
And you're currently in 31.
You're looking for your copy of Lady Chatterley's Lover, right?
I didn't say out loud that I was looking for a book that I was very, I was going to say intimate with, familiar with, is what I meant.
Fine. I'm just going to throw something out there. Does anybody want to just look around them?
I want to look
Yeah,
at that.
I wanna look at the
Rather than
altar.
like a specific place. There's an
candles.
elephant in the room.
The
I'll look at the dead
tarpaulin.
body. James Gardner, we meet again. What's under the tarpaulin?
Why
I
say
say
it
out loud.
Obviously for the blood.
Yeah, set it out ahead of time, which is like, I'm going to bleed there a lot.
Right, he appears to be dead.
Ooh,
Would you like
James.
to make sure?
No.
That's what I was
Okay.
doing, clearly.
Right.
He's very dead, guys.
Right, well, looking at him,
I'm
you
not
see-
touching a dead body.
Why not?
I've
What-
got enough
What could go wrong?
business knowledge to know that that's not a good idea.
Fine. Right, there's a deep cut, and it's freshly made around his head, as if a knife has spiralled
Ah.
around.
Grim.
And
Not a black obsidian knife.
Stand by.
How's he
Well,
got it?
eventually
How's he
coming
got
out
it back in the drawer,
and
Barry?
slashing his throat. And obviously that's where all the blood's come from. Head wounds quite a lot. But like his clothes are just like blood soaked,
Just his
just
character's
stuck in.
not
Uh,
existing after this.
You notice that his shirt's unbuttoned. And you
Mm.
can kind of see sort of weird scars across his chest. And the blood is perfectly dry, so probably happened. You're not a forensic investigator, but probably happened a little while ago, maybe a couple of days. Do you want to give me what are you gonna think about from that?
I might try and kick up a bit of the tarpaulin and see if there's anything underneath it.
Alright, so maybe like a spot hidden. See if
Yeah.
give me a spot hidden check then.
No.
No,
No,
so you kind of kick the tarpaulin and bits of dry blood just.
Mm.
I thought I was
Nice
disrespectful.
and there.
Don't kick him. Dead man
Kicking
tarpaulin.
him.
God.
Fine.
Can we have a
Ezra,
look at
do you
the?
wanna-
Yeah, I want to have a look at that little. What the candles? Is it?
Yeah, so
whatever it is that
the
he's
tarp
been
candles and stuff
Yeah.
there. So the tarpaulin has these two black candles, and in the middle there's a piece of paper.
Can I read? This is a good question.
But all of this is just splattered with kind of dry blood. But fortunately, the tarpaulin has protected the rather ornate rug underneath it. So that's quite good. At least, Big Jeff's not going to have to clean that one up.
Mm.
Thank God.
There's no Krispy Kremes in 1920.
Are we allowed dry roasted peanuts?
Oh yeah, there's also peanuts and snacks on the bottom there if anybody
Okay, so
would like some.
brought
If
my
anybody
own.
would like something from the drinks trolley.
I was like, is this going to interfere if we...
No,
We're very ghoulish, okay? We like to snack
Roasted
as we...
salted pistachios.
Okay.
If you grade
We
it.
also have dry
delightful.
roasted peanuts.
Do they have dry roasted peanuts in the thing?
Dry roasted
Probably.
peanut.
Okay,
Almost
we're
certainly.
eating history.
Fine, so you find, looking at it, you see the piece of paper. The piece of paper is an unusual language and looks a little bit like this.
Greek.
I know that's ancient Greek.
Can you
Do you
read
know
it?
that? Yeah. So what's your Greek?
It's 40.
Well, so you know that it is Greek, but it's a little unusual even for kind of what you know about it. Do you want to
Yorkshire Thoth.
give me an occult roll?
Oh yeah.
So you've already kind of identified that the black candles might be
Okay.
something weird going on.
I got a 93, Barry.
That is no good.
Right.
So you're like, oh, that's weird. Why would
You know
use-
you were talking about you can come up with a second
Yes.
a reason to do a second roll, but
Correct,
something
yeah.
bad happens if you
Pushing
fail.
it, yeah.
Um,
So are you, what are you thinking about these black candles that's going to make you...
I'm just going to open up a primer in Greek vocabulary.
Uh-huh.
Can I
Oh,
use that?
so-
I
so-
happen to have a book on Greek
Yeah, no,
vocabulary.
this is a different thing. If you want to give me a Greek language check,
Yeah.
to see kind of what's going on there.
I also failed that.
Okay, but then you open up the primer,
Yeah.
so you get a reroll on that one.
Okay.
But if you fail, you're going to just be like, I've no idea what's going on.
Forget all the Greek you've ever learned.
I didn't. I passed my Greek language, ancient Greek. Yes, 36, and my skill is 40.
40, yep. So you're able to translate it, and this is kind of what it means. So it's a bit of paper that you find between those two black candles in the middle of the room.
I'm just going to wander out loud.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going
Is
to
it-
read that?
Is it? I read it out loud, so I'm not going to read all of it. But is it possible that Mr. Gardner chose to do this himself?
Dun dun dun. Actually, give me that one again, Simon.
Is it possible that Mr. Gardner chose to do this himself?
Spooky. Right.
That wasn't quite what I was expecting.
No,
I was
I don't know what these buttons do.
Bad trombone.
Oh, no, here's, I've got it. You ready? One more time.
Oh, you want me to say it again?
Yeah.
Is it possible that Mr. Gardner chose to do this himself?
Right, so, what do people think about that?
I knew there was something wrong with that boy.
Killed himself like that.
Well, to go through the gate, to get to Yog-Sothoth, is that some kind of probiotic?
Gibberish.
They have probiotics in it.
Ramblings of a madman.
But then
These
How did he
times do
stab
drive
himself in
people
the head?
crazy.
Interesting.
I love what's
Well, after
speculating.
that revelation, I mean,
Why would a dead man lay out a tarpaulin to protect Jeff's carpet?
Maybe he's real considerate.
I mean, he wasn't considerate enough to bring me back my books before he killed himself.
Good point.
Oh, mine.
Cut himself in a spiral pattern around the head. God damn it.
What's all this stuff about dreams, anyway?
Oh, we used to talk a lot about dreams, Mr. Gardner and I. It
That's
seemed to
nice.
be kind of a pet topic of his. I told him, Mr. Gardner, you're not gonna learn anything interesting from Freud. The man's a fraud. A fraud, I said. Anyway, he borrowed it. And he also borrowed the Dreamer's Dictionary, which is a rare 1815 first edition, and I need it back.
And I'm gonna help you find that book. Yeah. There are lots of books here, though, and I'm.
At this point, I'm going to pull the obsidian knife out.
Well,
And if anyone finds that book, I'm gonna need it back. Understand?
Calm yourself.
Have you
Please.
been under a lot of
We're all,
stress
Calm
recently?
down.
you don't want to be
I
waving a
just-
knife in a murder
You should
scene.
know how to use that.
Really need my book back.
All right.
Look, we're all trying to look for each other's books here. I've got some of your books.
If someone helps me open this chest that fell on the floor a while back, maybe I'll help you look for your book.
Well, I might have come into accidental possession of a small key. It kind of just... Let's not think about it too deeply, okay? But maybe it will fit the box thing.
Let's try it.
All right. So you grab the. You grab box. The key does fit. Are you opening it?
Yeah.
Who's opening it?
I'll open it.
All right.
Strong
You
lady.
can take the insanity.
Oh, yeah, well, you seem a little nuts. I don't know if I trust you with the key. You might
True,
break it.
I'm borderline running out.
Inside you find $128.
Oh,
Oh, I mean,
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
you mean there were no dollars in there?
A sewing kit and a razor, the brush, just some grooming items, a comb, and that kind of things in there for him. I see you looking incredulously at $128. Yeah,
No, I mean you couldn't buy a Ford Model T, could you?
no, you certainly couldn't.
Not
But,
even half of one.
At Marshanks, you got there's probably about 8 months worth of rent
wow.
just in that little box.
That's
And
2 months each.
I think you mean that's 8 months for me. I know you've been wielding this knife around, but I can handle myself. I open the damn box, I get the money.
Oh,
You want your books, right?
that was anticlimactic. Oh, I found this. In the
Yeah, I
wardrobe.
thought a ghost was going to pop out.
No, afraid not.
Also, check
I'm
everywhere.
going to
I've got
volunteer
box
the
of
book and say, oh, you can have this.
I want to check the table
Thank
closest
goodness.
to the door.
I already
So
checked
going
that.
back to
Thank you.
there was only the
No one
correspondence.
There's nothing underneath
I
the table
care.
or anything.
Nothing underneath the table.
I would know that
There are some
I've
wall-mounted
sent a letter
cabinets.
to James Gardner.
Yeah, and you want to recover that.
Yeah,
That's
just
fine. So you head over.
in the old mouth.
Sure, it's gone. And you got fine, Simon. I like this little bookseller. He's cracking me up.
Yes. I've made it.
That's it. We'll be
Twitch
back every week.
celebrity.
But don't call me little because I have got size of 60, which makes me the second largest person in the group.
This fucking brute of a woman.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm done here.
Yeah, fine. Anybody got anything else they want to look at? Or?
You're not done here. What about my stuff?
I'm gonna go and check the table as well. Just there's nothing there apart from the playset, is there?
Correct. Nothing on the table at all.
I haven't checked the wall-mounted cabinets, just...
Oh yeah.
Not that I'm speculating about what could be in there,
What
but...
are they? Are they like lift up?
They are no, they're not lift up. They're like kitchen.
Nothing so
I'm
fancy
gonna
in the 20s.
Quickly go through them. Give me a cursory glance in each one.
Just in case there's something there. Nightstand. Where is page 12? Is the one here.
Thank you.
Sorry. Wardrobe, bed, nightstand.
You can have a bit of the Twix.
Well, all of it.
Well, a bit.
Oh, a bit. Right, that's. I thought you said you can have it, the Twix.
You can have it. The Twix.
I'm sure there is something for it, but they're all. You find nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything in them. You find some plates, some dishes,
we've all got plates.
crockery. Nothing too
Cthulhu
exciting
plates, though, right, Barry?
to be had there. Alright, anyway, so there's a row of cabinets. That's what I was looking for. There's a countertop with a new-looking hot plate on there, quite fancy for a.
I'm not going to touch it.
Is it
No, that's fine.
removable?
You open the cupboard, make a dodge roll.
Oh my word. Trap mounted shotgun, dodge, D.
Yog sofa. It's in the cupboard.
This yog's over in the
I
cupboard.
failed by 26.
You fail by 26. There's a jar of pennies that falls on top of your foe
Hooray!
and smashes and goes everywhere. There's a
Right.
hit point.
Oh.
Well, we've left this place.
But there's
Yeah.
jars,
When
baskets,
Officer Oakley comes back.
some food, some vegetables. Nothing that's really worth having in any of those cupboards. Yeah.
I'm going to ask Loretta. Loretta, what was in that other little book you found on the nightstand?
Oh, just some ramblings. Go and have a look if you want.
What kind of ramblings?
Oh, he was talking about his dreams and some possessions that were. He had some visions coming to him, or.
Oh, yeah, I think you vaguely mentioned something like that to me when we were talking. Yeah.
You hear a dragging sound on the floor
What?
as it interrupts your discussion.
Oh, hang on. I have a 20 listening skill. Is that?
Well, you hear it dragging. The mutilated body of the room's tenant shifts its limbs and suddenly lurches into
Oh,
a standing
heck no.
position. You look on in terror as the flesh around Mr. Gardner's head begins to peel. And the flesh spirals down like some sort of horrific peeled apple.
Like the picture on a chocolate orange, but it's not actually like that.
Dysentery.
The blood-slicked skull turns to look in the direction of... Who's the Book of Dreams?
I fobbed it on.
I'm not convinced
No, that
happened
wasn't
yet.
it. No, oh, I've got the
No,
Book of
that's-
Dreams, yeah.
Oh,
I
He
hid it
looks-
under my coat.
He looks at you with malevolence and hatred in his lidless eyes.
I hold out the
Your
obsidian
blade.
knife.
By all means do so. But before you do that, everybody give me a sanity check.
I'm going to
I pass.
Oh,
or
25.
by the.
I pass.
Oh, what if it's exactly on my sanity?
No, that's fine, yeah, equal to her. Everybody loses one
Is this
sanity.
it? No,
Close.
that's that.
Oh, sorry, yeah, just checking.
Now, Lisa, have you lost 20% of your sanity yet?
Yes.
Interesting. Right.
To be fair, kind of understandable given what's happened.
What did you say?
Something bad is about to happen to you, but
And
I'm
you've
not
already
got
I lost 10.
I'm not
I
at the
lost
tables.
4 just by walking in the room.
Raging.
Oh God.
And then I read the diary.
Yeah, you lost
Fine.
4 and then 5. And I'm trying to find the bad thing that happens.
Break that one, nibble that.
But I don't know. Anyway, you let out a sort of
So
scream.
did you break that? Or did you just
an involuntary-
you coming back
I
flat
don't
in
know
a
what's
second?
going on. And then let's give you a madness. Let's give you something that goes down for a little minute or two. Phobia deck.
Uh-oh.
I've got a deck of cards. Might as well use it. Do.
When she wakes up from her dream, she's going to still have this phobia, right?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
How do I know what ones are the real-time cards? Let's just go with this one. Right. You go into an insane anger. You explode in a spree of uncontrolled violence and destruction. Directed at your surroundings, allies, and foes alike.
What?
Right, we're going to get into combat in a minute, but
Where's the policeman?
every round, you need to roll a d6. Right, so make a roll 1d10.
Which one?
Normal one.
9.
For 9 rounds, you are affected by this
My
violent
strength is
behaviour.
70.
But
What?
My strength is
Are
70.
you joking?
you are going to absolutely wreck people
Yeah.
by
How
failing
much
the
stronger
round.
than me?
Why don't we run away and leave her with the zombie?
Why have we got such a hench next door neighbour? Like such hearing all our goings and
Oh wait, no, I'll
goings?
tell you what, I get
The next door.
it tells me what you want.
Oh, I like that though.
Yeah, I'll just use this one. Fine, right, combat time, people. So this dead body has risen from the ground. It's glaring very menacingly at you, Simon. Very menacingly.
Run away.
I was going to say,
So
first response.
where are you still standing? You're still behind the bookshelf, so you have to kind of dash past it in order to get out of that room.
I
fucking leg it.
Push
You're
the
going to-
bookshelf over on top of him.
It's
Where's
like
he
you can-
standing now?
He is now standing, yes.
Where
the,
then?
where the
Oh,
body is.
like pretty much in the middle.
How is he looking directly at me if I'm the other side of the
Through the,
bookshelf?
Because the bookshelf's
through the
two
books, kind of
levels high.
romantically. but
Oh,
also kind of
right.
creepily.
Oh, shit. Right, okay.
Push it over and slightly graze his ankle.
Mr. Gardener. I didn't read your journal. If that's what you're worried about. I mean, whatever it is that you're going through,
Well-
we can help you.
Let me talk you through roughly how combat works. So, each round, whoever's got the highest dexterity gets to go first. So, what's everybody's dexterity?
50.
40.
80.
Nosy little old lady next door is secretly.
Combat monster.
Yes.
Have you got a gun on you as well? For my next
I
trick.
do. I have a rifle and a handgun.
What? Oh, no, that's just your skills.
Oh.
No, yeah.
I was like, I don't think everybody's got.
I do. I have a handgun. Well,
On
I've
you?
got 20 for a.
No,
That's just your skill
okay.
That's
then.
a skill that you
20
you have.
hours.
Oh, no,
Unarmed.
at the bottom.
Unarmed.
Yeah.
Rosen, what was your dexterity?
It is
Which is
55.
fighting.
55.
Fight as good as each other.
More than me.
I'm not gonna mess with you, lady.
Cool. So whoever's the highest gets to act first in a round.
Man.
And then you can perform. Basically, just tell me what you want to do. Lisa, you need to act out this violent behaviour. If you roll me a d6. 3, you're going to lash out at the person closest to you. Sorry, the foe closest to you. So you're going to actually attack Mr. Gardner. You're just in this absolute rage. It's like, no, this isn't real. I've got to kill it. Who's dead? Who's dead? I tell you. So to make an attack roll, he is going to. He will just attempt to. What are you hitting him with? Just your fists.
Yeah, I ain't got anything.
He'll give it a punt. Right, he's going to fight back. So in a melee situation, you either dodge, try and get out of the way, or you can fight back. Now, his success has to be better than your success, depending on what they roll. So actually, I've got a dice. Got a dice down here, stand by.
But you've bought hundreds of dice, Barry.
I've got a dice thing that I can put on telly.
Oh, right.
So
That
the
is
viewers
very
at
fancy.
home.
Yeah, well, can we see, though?
No, you can't.
Right.
But I can show you.
Why don't you tell us?
Can you? We can't. What about on this screen? Can't you put it on this screen?
You
You don't want to
I could, but
because
then I
you're
can't
going to
see it.
cheat.
Yeah. So let's just go back to the table view here. Let's move that down there. And let's bring up the thingy. Right, so we're going to have an opposed roll, where you roll and I roll, and then we'll see what happens. So rolls the dice.
The
Oh,
D10.
terrible. Absolutely terrible.
The D10, right?
36.
How much?
36.
So that's better than half, right? So you got a hard success. I rolled 85, but luckily that is still a success for me. But basically, you hit me.
We're screwed.
So your damage should be on your sheet. For body, stand by.
No.
Maybe we should have looked at combat a bit better.
No,
before we
damage
started
1d3 plus damage bonus, and the damage bonus is none.
1D.
Yeah, so unarmed gives you a dice.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d3, so that's a d6 halved.
Yeah.
Plus whatever your damage bonus
Damage
is.
bonus is 1d4.
Yeah, so a d6, a d3 and a d4.
D3.
Roll a
That's
d6
half
and
it.
half it, yeah.
Okay.
And a d4.
Rounded up or down?
Round down.
Oh, or is it 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
five
1,
or
2,
six.
3?
1, 2 is 1.
So it's 2.
What? That's a
Four.
3. A 5 or 6 is a 3
Yeah.
on a D3.
Oh, right, I was going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay,
Fine, so you hit him
fine.
for.
Right.
You fundamentally hit him for 7,
Yeah.
but you notice that it doesn't really seem to do that much damage to him.
Oh god.
When you hit him, it's like it's kind of a little bit like punching concrete. But obviously your wild rage, you're less prone to that. You just kind of feel almost as if your fists are bouncing off a little bit. Next
Any
up,
knife.
we have Ingrid's, the tough. What are you going to do?
Well, Seeing as crazy lady is deciding to attack this thing rather than me, I'm gonna help her.
You're gonna help, okay?
Because I don't know if we're all gonna get out this room alive with
Yeah.
that thing there. Look, I'm Lithuanian and very superstitious. That's not good.
Fine. Well, I've only got one attack as far as I'm aware. So you're going to get a bonus dice to roll. So if you can take, in the middle, there should be an extra D100 somewhere. Yeah. So you're going to take the lowest value for that. You get to roll two. So you roll your normal D100 and that bonus dice.
What,
And then take
this?
the lowest tens dice.
Okay, which ones that you're gonna have to tell me which
So
ones
roll
are
all the D10s.
Okay. All of these.
No, put the red one back. Yeah. So you
Roll
roll
these.
all of those. Yeah, roll all of those. I'm going to again
Right.
fight back because that's probably my best bet. Oh wait, I've got a dice roller. 67 is still reasonable.
Yeah. So you choose the best of
So
the
choose
two
the
D100.
lowest D100.
3.
So is it 40, 43?
43, sorry.
43. And what's your strength?
My strength is 60.
So you got a regular success. I got a regular success.
Oh god.
But I would need to beat yours in order to do any damage. So you hurt me. So
Use
what's
the
your
knife, right?
I don't have the knife. This idiot has the knife.
Oh, the magic knife?
That's not a
I don't know what you're
knife.
talking about.
That's your fingers. So roll your damage, which I imagine is 1d3.
Plus my damage bonus, which is 1d4.
Yeah, so roll both.
So these two. 5 and 1.
5 and 1, so it's 6.
Hang on. This is for
That was a
D3 though,
three,
so that's
wasn't it?
actually a 3.
Oh yes,
Sorry.
so 4.
4.
Yeah, kind of. Again, you're feeling. You punched a lot of people in your life, right? You're a tough lady, and this guy is just like almost unfazed by you smashing your fists into his face.
His slippery, bloody face.
And yeah, you can. You get a clean hit, but it just doesn't. It doesn't react the way you think that you might.
With all the other creepy undead things that I've
pretty
encountered.
Sam, Reg has a dexterity of 50. What are you doing?
Do I have a gun in my room?
There's no reason for you not to. Sure.
Excellent. I'm going to run out the door.
Well, let's have a little look at the door here. What?
Oh, we got a plan of the whole building.
We do have a plan. It's fine. It'll take a bit of time to get there. I mean, chances are by the time you get back to your room in here, a couple of rounds are going to have gone down. It's going to take you a little bit of time to get there and back.
I'm just doing 1d3 in punching.
That's not great.
No. How hefty are these plates? No, I'm just going to hit someone if I throw them.
Fine. Give me.
That's a
sure,
handy
come
chair
on,
right there.
Give me like a dodge roll. See if you get past them with no bother.
Jesus. Dodge roll. Yes. 7.
Yeah, 7. Yeah. So you slip past them. You kind of knees down, slide on the blood. No, the blood's dry. Doesn't happen. So you get down, you duck underneath.
Is even
you get
his
out the
blood
door.
dry?
Even
That
his
it's
blood's dry.
curled.
Yeah.
That's, oh.
Correct. So.
I'll
So we're
shout
gonna-
I'm going to go get help.
Oh, as he runs out the door there. Yeah, that seems quite reasonable. And Simon, what's Ezra doing?
Right. In terms of combat,
Water.
is it like a whole combat action to give someone else a knife?
Yeah, one action. So a combat round is basically long enough for you to do something.
Right. I will give my knife to the tough girl.
Ingrid.
Catch.
Ingrid.
I'm the toughest one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you're also mental. You're
Yeah, I
on this
also-
like rage-induced fury.
Plus, I think I don't realise that you are, because, I mean, there's no reason that I would realise that your strength was 70. Because I just think of you as the nosy neighbour, and it seems like...
Damn. Ooh, left out here. Where's the team spirit?
We're watching you.
I mean,
all this
yeah.
undead beastie.
Yeah, that's fine. You can probably hand the dagger over.
I'd just like,
here.
can you use this?
Try this. Yeah.
Sure.
I
It's
presume you take
dangerous to go alone.
Fine.
It's a Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past reference.
I got it. Not that I played it.
Max. For his benefit. Still there, is he?
Pardon?
Is Max still there?
How can you see what's
Who's Max?
big?
Wasn't that who was
Big Jeff.
watching?
No, the dude who's watching.
Watching.
The guy on Twitch.
The Twitch guy.
Oh, Max. Yeah, Max still here.
Great. Oh,
Darling.
Can you
loyal.
see past chat?
How can I see chat?
No, me. How can I see past chat?
Yeah, Max is like, still here.
yes.
She's a nosy neighbour who lifts. You can, if you go to the stream, there should be a chat.
But it only shows me like the last
Since
minute.
you logged in.
Yeah, so yeah, there's no, it's not retro. So you watch it. Fine. So let me just have a quick look here. Can somebody give me who hit him? Rosamund, and you're mental. So Rosamund, can you give me an int check? Intelligence. Yeah. So
With
one
my
of
2D.
your- two. Yep.
Oh, one of which I've just
200 roll.
Hang on. So my int is 15, and I rolled a 13.
Okay, so you kind of when you hit him, you notice that like his scars and stuff were sort of doing something, like an energy rippled across his body where it was. So if you're, and these scars go across, as far as you could tell, every sort of exposed bit of skin up to about his neck, kind of thing, and seems to be protecting him
These are
in
all
some
actually
way.
insane.
Right, so
Ones are like gin, citrus,
James Gardner himself.
soda.
You hear this weird, this almost sort of whistling sound coming out from his slit throat, right? So it's not like a gurgle, it's not like a wail. It's just kind of like a kettle going off, but not quite as loud, like as if the pipes themselves are just contracting and the air's shooting out. Can everybody, apart from Sam, who's escaped the room now, give me a power roll. So pow stat.
How?
Yeah, that's pow. Wow.
Oh, I did fine.
I failed
14 against
terribly.
Oh!
Yeah.
Failed that.
Oh, okay. I'm just hanging in here for everybody then.
Yeah. So
Good luck.
yeah. Simon, roll a d3.
D3.
Yeah.
That'll be a 3.
You are. Is it? It's a 3 or you rolled a 3?
It's a 6.
Right. So you got a 3. You're dazed for 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
You get a penalty dice to.
What's that
you
look
can't
like
fight
then?
back. So you roll 2 dice to take
Red
the
one.
highest.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lisa, did you fail as well? So same thing. If you roll a d6, but half it.
3.
You got 3. So you're raging, but you're dazed. So you're rolling penalty dice, which might turn out all right if you turn on those closest to you. And then.
Please don't.
Um,
It's just me against the evil darkness now.
and pretty much, and Rosamund, you're all right.
For now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can't attack actually for 3 rounds. So that's actually done you.
No, 2 rounds, right?
Or 2 rounds. What did you roll?
A 3.
Right. The problem with rolling a d3 is you don't know whether somebody's rolled a 3 or if they've rolled a 6 and a 5 and it counts as a 3. But yes, okay, so 2 rounds.
2 rounds.
2, 3. Let me just write 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've done 1. You can't attack for the next 2. Simon can't attack for the next 3.
I'm just standing in the
Oh,
corner
God.
seething, like.
Right.
I hope you went to get your gun. If you didn't,
Make
I'm
a
going
sanity
to be real
roll.
unhappy.
Which
Definitely
dice?
went for the gun.
So D100.
Bastards.
Dynamite.
Okay, I'm going to have that low.
I'm baffled. Oh, 90.
90.
91.
Lose
91.
1d3 sanity. Sam, make a sanity roll for Simon since he's not here.
So that's 3,
He's got
right?
a penalty die,
Yeah.
doesn't he, Simon?
Yeah.
I use
Nice.
3.
More bad things happen to you, but I'm not going to look it up.
Simon failed his sanity check.
Roll a d3.
2.
2.
So take 2 of his sanity. So
Simon,
you're
I
also
lost
now-
you 2 sanity.
You're also now super paranoid that these guys have done something to raise this body and get you.
Oh, God.
You're
But I'm just seething in the corner for 2 rounds. First.
yeah, you're just like, whoa.
Oh.
You're just doing
I
this.
don't know if it's better that you guys are out of the way or not.
Rosamund, since you're pretty much the only one that's going to be doing much here,
Bloody hell.
So when you say dazed for 3 rounds, is that I just take the penalty, or is that an additional?
so you're dazed, you cannot initiate an attack, and you have to roll the
Can I
penalty
just
dice
say,
for.
he's become dazed just by standing there. He handed me a
well,
knife.
no, but
just-
he heard it's like
Oh.
mental daze.
Oh,
It's,
come Awful. Fine.
Stuff
So I
going
have a
down, yeah.
knife and my
That's not
vague
a
wits
knife.
about me.
let me just
What's
double
that?
check. There should be some
Wing it.
knife stats somewhere.
Why wouldn't I?
Where
Lots of
is under his body?
Lots of chips. Martha's ruin.
So there's 1d6 damage.
Okay.
Not a professional mixologist.
Ah, mate.
Mixed
It's-
cocktails.
It's actually
Ruined my book.
undetectable on the book. But you
Yeah,
want
you
that.
get from orbit. That's the only way to be sure.
Lived in feel.
I even
Yeah, it's got to have that old grimoire feel.
even provided like a little
I bet
chopping board for preparing it. Anyway, all good.
I didn't hit the page.
The knife does 1d6 damage.
Okay, I can live with that.
Plus your
Sort of.
bonus.
Right.
So yeah, but you get to
Plus
go
how
now.
much magical damage, Barry?
Wow, that's a different question, isn't it?
Not a smart gal, I want to figure that out. At this point, I'm like, this guy's clearly sick.
It didn't make the book, did it?
No, yeah, it's fine. Book fine.
Yeah, it's fine. That's not a knife. You attacking?
Yeah, guess
He's
so.
going to try and dodging's terrible. Yeah, I'll try and fight back. He's not.
So, my 2d10s?
Yeah, no, I've got.
Right, do you want a drink?
Yeah, I'll get someone in a minute.
Oh, well, I'm out.
Get him
a couple
down
of
stuff.
rounds.
Just give me a fizzy pop if there's, or make me a cocktail.
Yeah, there's a Diet
One of
Coke.
the
Yeah, I can make you a cocktail.
Yeah, fizzy pop just now,
Oh, there it
please.
is. I was just looking at this.
What am
Other brands
I
are
going
around.
against? What am I going against? Strength?
Yes.
Gin and
Yeah, I'm 49 against 60.
So you got a regular success. I got a regular success, so no good for me. You damage him 1d6 plus 1d4.
1d6 plus 1d4.
Definitely put too much sugar.
So that will be 3 and 2, so 5.
5.
Hang on, and is that my damage?
Is that your damage?
The damage that I'm doing to them.
Yes.
But then don't I get extra if I'm attacking with the knife?
The d6 is instead of your. What you're punching
Oh,
a d3.
no, wait, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
That's
you're
like-
getting like double your base damage with a
Fine.
knife.
Okay, so
And,
5.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a drink?
I
Simon,
can
you
make a
can
cocktail.
do something,
I would
but
like
at a
to.
disadvantage.
Yeah,
What
I want
happens as a result?
to see if.
Yeah, you stab it. Oh, so sorry. Yeah, I'll describe the combat.
Yeah,
You,
come on.
well, what are you aiming for? in
I'm
particular?
aiming for his chest rather than his head.
So stabbing into that. So the knife penetrates, but only very, very slightly. Again, you see these scars kind of ripple and pulse as the knife gets close to him, and it does go in, but not as you've knifed somebody before, and it's gone in a lot deeper,
Like
even when you
butter.
hit off the sternum. You get it, and it goes in, but
Then literally
just
what's
kind
in
of
these?
comes out clean.
Gin,
Okay.
It doesn't seem to have
citrus,
gone in.
sugar syrup.
Is,
Punctured his lungs or anything.
Ezra the
champagne in it
bookseller
as well.
okay to do something in theory?
Yes.
Can
Yeah,
I
you do
just-
something, but you'll be at a
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Can
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I
I'm
was
still
going to say,
going.
can I shout at the bookseller to be like,
I'm
this
going to have
is
a look in the book to
magic
see if
crap.
there's anything in the book that mentions
Which book are you looking at?
the book of dreams. The book of dreams.
That's an excellent thing you should have done a long time ago.
we're not a spellcatcher, okay?
If only somebody gave it to
Slowly
you. Right. Okay. So that's gonna. Yes, you can look in the Book of Dreams. Blah, 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 blah. Right, so Book of Dreams, written by an Irish monk from the 9th century, describing dreams he experienced after reading some ancient scrolls he discovered while cleaning out the monastery's library. This is a 1658 edition of the book, a later reproduction than of the original, bound in cracked, aged leather and frail with age. A bookmark has been placed in the page, noting a page of interest.
It's about dream zombies.
Well,
How to get rid of a dream zombie.
it's Greek, so give me. I presume you open it at that page. So you knew this; it was your book. Give me.
No, this wasn't. This
Was
was.
this not your book?
This
No.
is his
All right, so you
Yeah,
kind of
it's my
read.
book.
You've kind of read the blurb and you've opened up the page, but you can't.
That's all I can do.
That's all you can really do before he gets an attack in. But you've opened it up and it looks interesting. It looks like it's going to be interesting.
Right. Okay. At least I didn't have to roll anything. That's. Yeah.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Wowzers. Rosamund, he's going to attack you.
Right.
What is that noise?
Have you stopped the tank from gurgling?
I'll just push the bottom button again.
Oh, is that what that noise is?
Yeah.
It sounds like someone moving furniture.
Oh no, it's
Or
just air
is it-
trying to get in.
The old one's
Yeah,
rising.
dragging across the floor.
Look, Simon, I've gone all out on the atmosphere.
It's
Apart from what I've left on
Where's
is
the
like
guy in
this
the
cheery
costume?
1920s music instead of putting on the scary music I meant to. But this is fine. The radio's on in the background.
Yes. Oh, radios are really big.
In case you don't know.
Helpful right
By
now.
the end of the 1920s,
Oh, he's got one of those popular radios that people were listening to 10 years ago.
Oh no, shut
So Rosamund, you can try and dodge. You can try and fight back.
Hang on.
You can try and
Would dodge be under dexterity? Is that
dodge would be a dexterity roll. Yeah.
It's it's nearly done. Yeah.
Do I try and dodge him or do I try and smack him again? You know what? I'm hoping you're going to be more useful.
Right.
So I'm going to try and dodge.
Okay. So make a roll. I get a.
Oh yes,
Good
we're good. We're
success.
good. 37 against 55. All right.
Are
we?
No, mine's is better. So I got a hard success versus your regular success. So I think that means I hit you. Haha. Let me just check what my attack is here. So, whoosh. Oh wait, I can do it on here.
Oh wait, so what happens in the book?
Four,
Up from the Book of Dreams?
7.
Open
Nothing
it,
yet.
Ooh.
Rosamund, you're
I
hit
found
for
the right
7
chapter.
hit points. So on the top left,
Holy mother of
you've got.
Over
I don't know
half.
how many you start with, but it can't be many.
11.
Right, so you get absolutely wrecked. So you're going to probably
Well,
take
you
a
should have
bad
12,
wound,
shouldn't
but
you?
let's just worry about that later.
Should we start with 12?
Oh, sorry, with 12. Then why am I circled with 11 here,
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's weird. No.
Oh, we-
Typo.
No, you've got different hit points based on your size.
No, but the hit points circled and the starting hit points, the max hit points are not the
Well,
same.
everybody took one.
No, but
No.
I mean,
I took
I
one
think
for
it's
the
just a
penny.
mistake.
Yeah, whatever.
I've
You're
actually
still-
got my
you're still
max
alive.
magic points,
So only for now, right?
but probably not if it happens
Christ.
again.
Can you make a constitution check? Max is keeping me right. Max, co-GM.
Max!
That's for
My
nothing,
constitution
Max.
is 60.
Oh, Max
And
said
I've rolled a
something.
17.
Look at what Max said.
You make a constitution check for.
Oh, you should do that.
Yeah,
Uh,
17 against 60. So
Fine, so you don't. You're still conscious. Otherwise, you would have passed out.
Is that from going below half?
From yeah. You've been playing Call of Cthulhu for about a decade. I've been playing for about an hour and a half. So he's got a little bit of experience on me.
Well, we've been playing since 1920.
Oh.
Cool.
It's a century.
Fine, end of that round. Round 3. Sam, you've now retrieved the gun. It's a point.
Oh, thanks.
Couldn't find the account, guys.
32 revolver. We'll say, give me a luck roll.
Oh, how many bullets? None. Luck. 62.
Is that?
Over. I fail my luck.
You
Oh,
can't,
you sound
you
so
can't even
happy.
spend luck.
Yeah.
Counteractive. The bullets are beside it. It's not loaded. It's going to take you another round to load it and get back in the room.
I could even do the spin thing. No
Okay.
one's benefit other than my own.
Fantastic. So going back, Lisa, you still can't attack this round. Sam, you can't attack this round. So
Well,
Oh my God.
Rosamund, you get to.
I'm going to
Do
do
something.
everything and die on this rate. Oh god. Other than smack him, I really don't know what else I can do. Like,
What happened to your knife?
I tried it, got in this far, and then he smacked me so hard I'm nearly dead. So it's not going well.
Yeah, you're fine though. He's after hitting you to knock you kind of aside. He glares at Ezra again and looks as if he's going to make a lunge for him.
Can I stab the book? Would that help?
Like a Harry Potter.
Would it help?
That's what I was like,
Bear in mind
would.
at this point Ezra's reading the book.
valuable.
Stab every book apart from my ledgers.
Oh god.
Stab Freud. Stab the interpretation of dreams.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna. There's nothing I can really do other than attack.
You're attacking
One
him again?
last
Okay, yeah, you'll
time.
you'll
Hope
try
you
and
guys
fight back.
don't make sure my death's not in vain, okay?
Avenge
Right,
me.
what? Then Lithuanian for drama, I don't know what that would be. But imagine it.
Regular success.
Okay, wait. What am I rolling against?
You're rolling against your strength. Because you're stabbed.
Oh, I lose so bad.
Oh, no, but you can.
Six.
That's it. You can
Oh,
say luck, can't you?
Luck! Okay, hang on.
You can't use luck for combat or saving. rolls.
Oh, don't give me
Max, am I
hope and then
correct on that
smash
one?
it away. Huh?
Yeah, I know.
We'll get.
So my
Let me just double check on that one. I don't think.
And you
use
can't
it
do
for-
that push or whatever it is where you
No.
push your luck.
No, like they're the ones that are kind of fixed in that sense.
Okay, so I rolled a 66 and my
That's
strength
fine.
was 60.
He's gonna hit you back. I feel like this could
Yeah,
be
no pushes in combat.
the end of you here, Rosemary.
Man, seems about to become a double homicide.
This
Rosemary,
policeman's
how many
gonna
hit
come.
points do you have?
How many hit points? 4.
No. You have no hit points. He hits you for the maximum 10.
Oh,
my God!
This
I'm
is
so bad. I blamed all of you, particularly
So,
it. You took a
whilst it might not be as
$3.47.
bad as it looks, he cracks you as he's making a beeline for Simon here, and your head just kind of whips round and you drop to the ground.
Not as bad as it
Now,
looks.
it might not be as bad as it looks, but it's pretty grim for you so far. The knife falls to the ground in front of you as you kind of just get tossed aside like a rag doll.
Great.
Simon, you could do something that's not attacking.
What?
This has got the
what-
worst combination. She can't attack, and she can't do anything apart from attack.
What?
We're constant limbo.
What?
You just
What floor are we on at the
go to
moment?
Super Saiyan. We are on the grim floor, and that black sort of radiator
That's
thing
a window.
back is a window, yeah.
You gonna try and drop kick him out of a window?
No, I want to jump out.
I remember this.
Just
This
run
rings a bell.
out of the window and just sort of smash through it.
Yes, fine.
I mean, what vibe have I got from this chapter in the Book of
Can't you
Dreams?
just throw him quick?
What vibe have you got? Well,
give him the damn book.
Yeah, he's
it
pissed at
depends kind of what you roll. You're getting a vibe that it looks occult. Like it looks like there's
Like
something.
out of all of us.
I mean, I'm on the right chapter, but I haven't read it yet, right?
Yes, you've opened the page where the bookmark
Well,
is.
we feel it's the right chapter. Okay.
So we can bookmarked a bit. But he's like, oh, his picture's nice.
Do I have like intuition or anything?
Fight intuition. No, that's not.
No, just do I have intuition of any kind?
No.
Right.
Give me a luck roll.
Luck.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, failed.
You're like, there's maybe something here.
I'm gonna just like I'm gonna read it really fast. I'm a fast reader, Barry, and I'm gonna read it all out loud.
Well, give me a Greek roll.
Greek.
Yeah.
That's not very good. Hang on, I thought you said it was written by an Irish monk. In Greek?
From Greek, yeah.
I feel he'd have written in Latin.
Well,
Barry.
that's why it's but it's quite badly written. It's quite badly
It's
translated.
bad Greek.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why are you trying to make it Latin when you don't know Latin?
Yeah.
No, I just because for just the sake of accuracy. Something.
Your intuition at this point is to run away.
Very similitude.
There we go. That's why you've got the language 80
Yes!
and I've got
About
70.
23, Barry. 23.
That's a regular success.
Can I spend 3 luck even if it's not a fail to get it to a
Sure.
good
You want
success?
hard success. Fine.
Yeah.
Right. The details are confusing, as you might expect for sort of transcribed dreams in a language the author wasn't great at. The writer seemed to be making regular visits to a place he called the Dreamland. So you're just skim reading here, yeah.
Right. In combat.
In combat rather than I've seen it before, like in Klaatu, Verada.
Yeah. Where's the spell to get rid of him?
Well, it suggests that the writer was having dreams in what they were calling a dream book, yeah, and writing them down, which you know. The bookmark seems to be how to enter this dream realm. There's a scrap of paper near the body. It's very similar to what's written down there. There's various diagrams showing different shapes in the human body, very similar to the scarification on James Gardner's body. But now there are clearly written chants and instructions written down on how to enter that, and it involves obtaining an obsidian knife and speaking aloud the chant found on the bookmark page, while the petitioner must free thy mind from thy fleshy prison and render thy body still. Right, so pretty much kill yourself. The page showing the spiral diagrams appears to be another ritual which the petitioner must first perform to ensure thy vessel is pure and prepared as living armour. Interesting. Again, those symbols that you see on his body. Do you have a cult?
Yeah. It's a massive occult.
Do it.
Oh shit, Barry.
100.
It's 100.
That is a critical fail. Like,
Good thing I went for the old gut, eh?
you have basically there is a you think
Some
that the
fucked around.
protected wards
So I think what?
by tracing the wards on his body backwards, you can undo the flesh ward spell.
Tracing them?
Yeah.
What, with a finger or something?
Just gently.
Yeah, or potentially the knife, perhaps.
Right.
Which would
Just caressing
render
this
the
That's
body
not-
much more.
down my knee.
Okay.
Much bigger.
This is in combat.
Right.
He's then lunging towards you
Of course he is.
and ready to wreck your face. So he's going to attack you. What are you going to do?
Can I shield myself with the book?
You
It's
may,
quite a
so you
big
can
one,
kind
right?
of like block and dodge kind of
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
So still a dex roll I'll give you.
Right.
But
But I'll roll library use instead, right? Because it's a book.
I'm drinking Diet Coke, Max. It's not. Nobody's made me anything alcoholic yet because
You
I
have
offered.
the offer.
Immediately
Two of us offered. Simon hasn't offered you to make you one.
that's true.
Well, I mean, I made one drink and everyone was
Oh
disgusted.
no, Simon!
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
So I
no.
wouldn't- and then the last time I brought Barry a drink, he was disgusted.
True that. This has got to be good.
Right. Okay.
Oh god.
But I'm rolling
Everyone cross
library
fingers,
use.
pray to whichever god is relevant.
Oh,
It's probably not quite good enough. Can I spend 12 points of luck to make it?
Not on a combat either.
Mm,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Combat is
Okay.
either.
So it's a pass, but not a
Well, I got
good
an
pass.
extreme success,
God.
which means I do maximum damage.
Right. Well,
on
that's
my
10, right?
First roll. Do I do maximum damage on the?
killing roll.
Please
Wow.
see, I have 11
I
hit points.
think I do.
It is
I had
10.
8 before I even made it to combat.
1d6 plus 1d4.
Do you
Oh,
have
no.
any constitution?
Yeah, 10.
Well, so I'm going to have to take a constitution roll. I've gone down to 1 hit point.
All right. Yes, Constitution roll.
Are you still loading
which
a
is-
weapon somewhere?
But Sam will return the wind.
Having not heard anything that he said about what to do
Well,
to
I
stop
passed
him.
that constitution roll.
All right, you're still
I'm
awake.
fine then. I'm fine, guys.
Yeah.
It's
just-
fine. A
So,
flesh wound.
Really, really big flesh wound.
in
But
the
still.
distance at the moment, you hear.
Oh Lord.
I love how you're like, finally, you're the only one in a room full of 2 murdered people and a crazy woman. It's not
So
gonna
just
go
outside
well.
the door now, you believe the police are there. However, it may not be in time to save you.
Is that written
Also-
down in the...
That is what's happening, Simon. Don't worry about it. Right, that's fine. Sam, you can.
Wait,
You
so
can come
I
back
can hear
this
the
time.
sirens now and I've got a gun and I know that
To be fair,
might just call it. Walk away. I've got these 2 books on Greek mythology and what was the other one?
Freud's interpretation.
Interpretation of dreams. Not quite my ledgers, but I'm sure I can make do.
Yeah, Roseman, you could probably be making cocktails. I'll be honest, you're not getting back up.
but sure, since you are so nicely.
Max's idea. Lisa, let's say you can do something this round. Roll a d6, see what happens.
Oh, I put my dice away. That's not much I gave up. I was like,
No, it's- not much
Into the
I can
right.
do.
I mean, you've taken no wounds, so yeah, be grateful.
but I'm super paranoid and
Punch Simon in the back of the head and knock him out.
3.
3. Yeah, you attack him. So you've
Wait,
got
who?
the bad man.
Batman, yeah?
Yeah.
But everyone's a Batman in my view.
Hmm.
I
Well,
hate
no,
him.
yeah, I know you're paranoid. No, you're going to attack
James Gardner.
James Gardner. Yeah. He will attempt to fend you off and fight back.
You can try.
Regular, yeah.
60. Oh no, 46. Sorry, 46.
What's your thingy? 80.
Strength 70.
Don't you think
That's still a
like,
regular success.
Yeah.
You you succeed. You hit him. Roll D3 and a D4.
in her rage, would she not have picked up the obsidian knife that clatters
next
to the
time,
floor?
next time.
Okay.
6 altogether.
6 altogether. Super. What? Simon, what did you? Sorry, Sam, what did you say you were doing?
I'm just gonna throw my lot in here. You know, I wake
Yeah.
up from my dream being like, at least I shot him.
Classic
Stuff.
Sure. Yeah, have a crack. Give him a
Yeah,
shot.
I'm just gonna blam. I got
So you
60.
kind of come back into the door. You'll see him still lunging at Simon.
Simon's like,
Ah,
here we go.
Take a shot. So you're rolling your gun skill there.
Yeah. Pop, pop. 49. That's a success.
Success. It does 1d8 damage.
Can I make it a hard success?
Can't
Or?
spend it on the.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So yeah, just a success. And that damages, I don't know.
1d8.
Oh, 1d8. 3.
3.
Is that less than the punching did?
Simon, what are you doing?
so normally, if you go to 0 hit points, you're not always necessarily dead.
As long as somebody can fix you.
Jump out the window and don't jump out the window.
Alright, so
I'm gonna drop the book and jump out the window.
You gotta get
Gotcha.
past him to jump out the window.
No, because the bookshelf is short, isn't it? It's really low. You said it was
I know,
only
but
two.
he's
attacked you over the...
No, he's come round. He was at the door, wasn't he? So
So
I'll be running away from him.
fine. If you can, give me a dodge roll.
I just realised City are playing, and I don't want to score it.
2-1.
Dodge. Is it? How did he even...
Sam's
is it-
jacked
it's
out.
not, is it?
Yeah.
Dodge.
Yeah. You want another score?
13, Barry.
You make it.
Can I
past
can
them, yeah?
I use a... Can I use luck on that? 'Cause it's not combat, is it?
No,
Or is it?
it's fine. You get. There's no. It's not opposed.
I just wanted to like make sure I get all the way out of the window.
Do you want another score?
What?
8 now.
How many different scorers?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus scored 4.
Amazing. Thank you, Jesus.
Who are they
Gabriel
playing?
Jesus. Oh, Burton Albion.
Yeah, no. No, you make it past them. That's fine.
All right.
But give me, and you get through the window, right? So you,
Right.
you
Yes.
drop the book, throw the book.
I dropped the book where I
Drop the
was.
book.
Yeah.
You've dodged past them. He's distracted. Sees you kind of just scampering away. You dive out the window.
Yes.
Give me a luck roll. It's a ground floor. You're only like 2.5 feet up, 3 feet up.
How bad is it go?
Yeah,
78. Very badly.
very badly. You're going to take 1d4 damage.
Oh,
So that's just going to leave you an unconscious pile outside.
That's one, Barry. Exactly 0. to my mind, is a terrific success. I fall at Officer Oakley's
No,
feet, right?
They're going to die anyway, Max. Don't worry about it.
I fall at Officer Oakley's feet, unconscious and bleeding.
Fine. You can, as you're diving through the window, you see a couple of police officers coming up to the building, and you land on the ground. The James himself just picks up the book, and this round just kind of grabs it, somewhat ignores you, but then fixates on Lisa's character, Loretta's character, to as someone else who's perhaps interfered with the book. So this round, Lisa, you're first.
Alright.
So roll d6. You've still got another 4 rounds of this.
3.
3. So you attack him again, yeah.
Can I use a knife this time? Can I pick it up?
Sure. So you can scoop up the knife on the way. You're still raging.
Yep.
But you managed to scoop this up. Opposed 40, so that's a hard success for me. Need a hard success.
Yeah, 17.
Oh, you absolutely smash him. Yeah. So roll a d6 and a d4.
Oh, 3.
3.
Well, that was exciting for a
yeah,
moment.
so
wasn't it?
it's, again, you knife him, but these kind of wounds or these kind of scars on him are seem to be doing something weird. Like the air shimmers as the knife goes at him. And it doesn't seem to do any damage at all as it happens. Just kind of glances off on. You slash across one of the
What, in the
skin.
same way that all of the damage that we've been doing doesn't necessarily...
It might bullet like
Well,
a
yeah, I mean a little bit.
stuff.
I thought, well, what if he didn't have them and he would still be alive? I mean, that would have killed him. But we'll go back to his real hit points. Sam.
What was it that was unveiled in the book about his?
I did say I was reading it
Well,
all
so
aloud.
Sam, your gun can fire
That,
3 times. You take a
the
penalty
marks,
die.
the scoring on his
Yeah.
skin
Fire
was like a
3 shots.
protective ward. And if you could trace it back.
I might shoot
That's
at
quite
him
black.
while running across the room to dive out the window.
I need to try and do it, right?
with the knife.
Because someone's got 2 of my books on them.
And you really want those.
I really need those books.
Yeah.
Gin fizz, and actually,
Oh,
I
thank
adjusted
you very
the
much,
measurements and
Rosemary.
it tastes much nicer than the.
Delightful. Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks.
Would you like a cocktail? Seeing as apparently.
Oh.
Can I combine those 2 actions?
I'll try
that's
one of
quite
those. I'll try
Sure,
If
well,
anything,
what's
I'll focus more on the running and getting out the window than the fire.
Yeah, I mean the room's not that wide. You probably. What's your move?
My move is 8.
Yeah, so you can get across the room. The window's smashed, so you can kind of get through it if you wanted to. But you'll take I'll give you a penalty die for the running gun.
That's fine. I'm not trying to hit him, really. Right, penalty die.
Yeah.
Oops, missed out.
So I'm going to fire twice.
You probably get a second penalty die, but carry on.
First one.
Yeah,
99.
that is. What's your gun skill?
60.
Alright, fine, so that's fine. You've missed.
Second one. 97.
Well, it's not too surprising that you missed there. If your skill was 50 or less, those would both be critical fails.
Would that mean they're both hit?
No, Simon's out.
I'm not in the room.
So, yeah. So you miss both of those and you get up to the window where you...
I'm going out the window.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
It's 9.
Good luck!
Fine. Lisa, James fixated now on you as probably the last standing person in the room, but more importantly, the last one to have touched his precious dream book. He's going to try and punch you. Do you have any other shenanigans? No, he's going to punch
I
you.
mean, he's wrong because she's never touched it. That was the other
Oh, miss. Oh yeah, so what are you doing?
I need to try and unscar his scars, right? I need to try and.
But you don't know that.
Yeah,
do you?
no, I just said I read everything out
You
loud.
Oh,
did
you
say
did,
it,
you
yeah, you
did.
skimmed it.
That's
out loud.
That is true. That is true, yeah. So you are going... So I'm
Just in
maneuver
case I
for you.
accidentally came
You're
across
going to
a spell
try
was the idea.
touch him, yeah, okay.
Touch
You love
him.
touch.
I wasn't in the room
Yeah.
at the time, so that's why.
So what am I rolling for?
Give me a dodge roll. No, dodge roll, give me a dex roll.
80. And I've rolled a 94.
Mm.
How unfortunate is that?
On the plus side, you know, he goes to swing at you, you kind of moved aside, he kind of went like this, you missed him, he misses you. All gets a
You
bit
both pulled to your right at the
It's a
same
little dark.
time.
Anyway, at this point, two police officers and sort of detective clothing, and the previous, who's the guy's name? The officer that was there at the
Officer
bottom,
Oakley.
Officer Oakley, come charging into the room, guns drawn, hearing all this commotion. It's like seeing both you boys flying through the window.
Sam got through the window.
That's why I was rolling that. I just
Of
ran.
course, Sam's landing was cushioned by your body, so he didn't have to roll for any damage. He makes it through. So the 3 coppers come in, and they're all going to have a crack at him.
So they both just exhaust, take 1 damage, and do damage to an enemy at their location.
No, different beat cops.
Good one.
So Detective Milligan, not that you know who he is at this point. I'm going to have to roll a couple of times here. So that is a regular hit. Does 1d8 damage. I'm just going to roll 1d8. And patrolman. Oh no, he's going to fire 3 times. Yes, miss. And patrolman Malone. He's also going to fire 3 times. Miss. Oh, smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Does 8 damage to him. And third shot. I should be rolling a penalty dice for this, but we'll just go for it. And then
Why would they get a penalty?
Fire 3 times. And then Chaz Oakley, Officer Chaz Oakley. Well, he also does impale damage because it was max.
That's short for Charles, isn't
I don't
it?
know what impale does.
Is it?
I don't know.
I
I'll
thought
look
he
it
was
up
doing
for next
businesses
time.
in the early 20th century.
Hits.
Abbreviated forms
Terrible.
of the name. And then it became
Hits.
a nickname in itself.
Fine.
It wasn't intended as a nickname, it was just an
Hits.
abbreviation for a business name.
Oh, smashed
For
it.
signs and things.
That does him in.
Oh, but we would know.
No,
But
yeah, you won't know. You won't know. So the cops just kind of barrel in.
Sam from outside is just
See him kind of. See used to fighting near the window. Shoots him, like riddles him with bullets. A couple hit the wall beside him.
What's Jeff saying?
But smashes back him. Knocks him out the window and
Oh.
on top of Sam, who's on top of you.
That's pretty good. Yeah, thank
Great.
you.
Max damage plus roll damage. Oh yeah, he's dead anyway.
Would you like a gin fizz?
So it takes him out.
Oh, thank you.
Then once
Yes,
the
please, yeah.
dream book
Sure, thank
falls
you.
down to the side,
On a roll with them
just
now.
beside both of you.
And my outstretched unconscious hand.
Yeah,
Can I quickly go through Simon's pockets and get my 2 books back off him?
sure.
I bet.
I'll replace it with one of the
Lisa,
books, the
Loretta
Freud.
seeing that the monster is defeated, kind of somewhat comes to her senses a little bit. She's no longer acting violently towards the cops. And everybody's like, what the fuck was that?
No, except me and Rosamund, who are.
Yeah, they
Not
kind
able
of,
to
you don't
see
kind of know
things.
what's going on. Yeah, you
Is
got
that
a
the
bit-
end of that?
you
We all
got
wake
it.
up.
And then, yeah, so basically, after this, like,
Can Jeff have the last
Round.
line, please?
certainly, you're kind of revived. However, Rosamund's neck is definitely broken.
Just revive her top half.
She was, yeah, it's basically backwards. Like,
Right.
it
Exorcist style.
didn't go
Great.
so well for you.
Shouldn't have tried to freaking pat
And you feel yourself kind of slipping away from these bodies in this sort of dreamlike state, having spoken about all these dreams. Going back into your, you feel yourself
Yeah.
falling back into your normal bodies in the hotel
And I'm
beds.
Simon Andrews again.
Do we have a flashback of like things we said and they all match up and they
Well,
form a sentence
yeah, yeah.
like you were asleep the whole time and
Dun,
like,
dun, dun.
All the dreams.
What's that thing? I haven't actually played it in Bioshock. Where.
thank you kindly.
Thank you kindly. It would be
Yeah.
like that.
We were all asking for each books. Like, of those 2 books, thank you kindly.
I thought you wanted the last line.
Jeff wanted
Jeff has the last.
Oh, Big Jeff.
Yeah, Big Jeff.
Big Jeff
You're
comes
all
in
elected.
and he's just like, oh bloody hell.
Oh, Jeff! Yeah, one job.
To look after everybody. Like basically he's wrecked. His whole business is ruined.
Two of his tenants who are paying money are
Yeah.
now dead.
Free, technically.
Huh?
Free, technically.
Yeah, but hey, that's.
Gardener.
Oh, but no wait.
No,
I
Simon's
died.
not dead.
I didn't die.
No, Ezra's
After
still
all
alive. He was
that, after
unconscious.
you
Thank you.
went useless, you didn't bloody die.
Applause.
So angry.
So yeah, you feel yourself falling back in your body. Your real characters that we're going to make now
Yeah.
awaken in bed thinking that was a weird dream,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And we'll come back. We'll touch back onto that when we go then for breakfast in the hotel in the morning. Because at the moment you probably don't know each other very well. Maybe a couple of you do. We'll work that one out. So yeah, you can see combat's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
you
learn that lesson
you
pretty
don't
well.
really want to be getting involved in fights where you're not armed for it. Do you want me to give a couple of spoilers for what you could have?
What you could have done.
Where's
Yeah,
the
you
accounts book? Where's my main accounts book? I hope the 2 legends. That's all
I
I
don't know
really
where your
care.
main accounts book is.
Oh.
What is it?
It says I've got to get your
You have a
accounts
letter.
and the 2 ledgers. The letter is not on my sheet. That I
Oh,
just
but it was
ate.
there. Well, I'll have a look in a minute while these guys are rolling up characters and stuff. Yeah, Lisa, you could have had a gun, and you know when you're searching the cupboard, And I gave you a spot hidden, you knocked all the clothes down on top of it.
No.
At the bottom was a revolver that could have done you some good there. Simon, if you remember, Simon's roll was actually a critical fail when we said he had to undo the backwards thing. So
yeah.
that was made up. That wouldn't have done anything.
Oh.
Yeah, but characters didn't know that.
Yeah.
So good role playing.
So everyone gets their neck broken trying to do your weird.
Yeah, there's more
figure
stuff.
face.
There was actually another obsidian dagger underneath Gardner's body, which is obviously done himself.
Yeah, I was wondering how he got that.
Yeah.
Back to the
If you read like the whole stories and you get into it a little bit more, you can tell he's basically tricked into killing himself for that. But because of the poor translation, it didn't actually happen until midday on the day where you guys get there, which is when the demon kind of invades his body and stands him back up. And he did it too soon for that one. So that was kind of what was going on there. Not to ruin the mystery, but you're probably never going to play that one again.
No.
So we got that.
But if anyone does try to go into it, I won't say.
No.
Right, I'm going to look here and there.
I'm going to look under the body, and then I'm going to look
guy.
at the secret. Look at the secret compartment underneath the bookshelf.
So Max, for the regular game, we're going to play a couple of starters. And then move into Masks of Nyarlathothep. But obviously I need to get a bit more familiar with the rules first, as does everybody else.
Why are you specifically indicating me there, Barry? Like Simon needs to get better acquainted with the rules.
I was just rolling I was just squeezing
Like
the
this.
Well, I must be subconscious, Simon, but it's probably accurate. Yeah, please.
But wait, why was James Garner like eyeing up me because I touched the book?
Well, yeah. So it was a demon that was occupying his body, and so he'd go after anybody that touched the book.
She hadn't touched the book though. She touched my book, the 1815.
Oh, was it a different dream book? Was it?
Yeah, it was
Well,
confused.
basically you were the last one standing at that point anyway.
Picking on me.
Yeah, everybody else was out the window or lying dead on the floor. One of the two.
So angry. So angry.
Fantastic. So let's just go back to
Does anyone want ice?
table. See how that's
That's
good.
where he's going to get.
Go back to some pictures in the background there.
Oh, that's going to really help you with the character creation. Thanks, Barry.
Is that how I can't see what it is on my screen? It's
Woman screaming under a bell?
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of like these. So it's all these kind of images.
Oh,
That are,
right.
I got a fish in his pocket earlier.
Strange zoom level.
yeah. Well, it's the full screen. So, right. That's kind of how it works. Yeah. You want to do something. Rolls happen. Some.
Can't take you anywhere.
Your investigation portion of that was a little bit. Yeah, well, you could have investigated a little bit more.
I think part of that was that we had these things and they were like, you need to do this.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll get my books.
Your motivation was I'm doing this,
rather than, oh, there's a dead body in the
motivation
room.
was
Right, Max,
steal
catch
shit.
me
Which is like the worst. I was like, that's it.
Well, actually, that kind of because even though I was going to go for like the not Simon character and
but
be like
as
not
it turned
the
out,
law guy.
But then you got a wee taste of what it'd be like to be Simon.
And
in
now
this
I
world.
want.
Do you want to be a Simon in this world?
I do want to be a law guy.
Yeah, absolutely, something you can do. Cool. So, all we've got really left to do now, if we roll up some characters or whatever.
Yeah.
Wait. Cheers to.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
to dead
Alright.
James
Cheers.
Gordon.
So Yog
Cheers.
Sothoth.
Yeah.
And
So
what's
catchy.
your
Maybe-
character?
Ingrid.
Ingrid.
Tit. Ingrid and her
Rest in
useless
peace.
sacrifice.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we didn't have a brawler, like all combat's going to be as grim as that. So maybe somebody wants to consider at least having some shooty skills, maybe, or some kind of strength. In that.
Wait, so
Well, it's
what's the move
shooty
rate?
stuff.
So the move rate's a derived statistic based on your dodge, I think, and your size or your yeah. That's basically how many feet you can move in a round type thing.
You don't have to work it out. That's going to be designated.
Based on your other stats, yeah. So.
So I'm 8 foot tall.
And made entirely of lobster.
Appropriate, I think.
Yeah, deep one.
Cool. Right, so I've gone through this once myself, but I probably didn't do it particularly well. The Investigator book, which may not be stuck together now.
No, it's fine. It all went on my notebook as it happens.
Alright, that's
Just
fine. That's
second
Yeah.
That's fine. It has a little bit more in-depth, more profession choices, so if you want to do this kind of simultaneously here.
There's some in here as well, I think.
And then there's a basic, so the starter pack has some introductory rules on that, but a little bit light on the character creation.
Okay, sure.
So,
I think this just describes it as it maybe big sausages.
right, so we're not going to, not ordinarily, but one
Okay,
option
yeah.
is to roll 3d6 and multiply it by 5 for pretty much each of the stats. But that could give you...
That's very swingy, isn't it?
That is very,
So
very swingy. So we're going to do a 510 point buy.
Okay.
Yeah? Is that,
Yeah.
goes with a little confused, so let me explain.
I have 510 points to buy whichever skills I like.
Yeah, pretty much. So all your
Just
stats
characteristics.
and your luck, yeah. So your characteristics and your luck has to come from that. Don't have anything less than 35, and you can't have anything
So we will
more
end
than-
up
than 90.
worse than these characters have got more than 510, haven't they? Including luck and sanity. So we're going to end up.
Well, you're
slightly
not, so
worse than
sanity's not a thing you're paying for.
It's
Sanity,
right.
your starting
Only
sanity is
luck.
equal to your power, yeah.
Right. Okay.
So
Power.
a good split would be 40, 50, 50, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 80.
That is 510.
Is it? So they do have the staff stats.
Right.
What's app again? Appearance?
Appearance, yeah. So for charisma checks and those kind of things.
60.
Do you know what your career is, Sam?
It's what I put on the group.
Oh, you got a... Oh, did you have something?
You were going to be like
So
a
a lot of
dilettante,
your
weren't you?
occupations and a lot of your skills, the points you get for those are going to be based mostly on your education, right? So the higher your education, you're going to get more points to spend initially, but the easier it is to bump up points, the lower your skills are, if that makes sense. So your character will advance with more skills if they're using them.
Power.
A little bit more. So power is... Well, that's going to be your starting sanity. But power... So 50's average for most things here, apart from size and education. 60's average human size. 60's a high school graduate. But your power, if you've got low power, you're weak-willed, you're easily dominated, you're very susceptible to those with greater intellect or willpower to you.
That's balanced.
Have you just 55 across the board?
No,
I've
I've got very low education and intelligence.
So is your occupation something that's not heavily reliant on education?
I was going to be like
I thought you were going to be like a journalist.
adventurer,
Yeah, okay.
but he thinks he's an adventurer.
Got you.
Like
He's
a
bit
shit
daft.
Indiana Jones who's way worse than anything.
I wanted to be like a spiritualist type person, but like
Yeah.
a con artist. So
Yeah,
far,
you could be a
thinks the
fake-
occult is like a load of rubbish.
And maybe comes to the realisation
That
It's
actually
not so
ends
much
up-
that.
exactly.
Yeah,
so
yeah. So I think there is a cult. So the player handbook has all the jobs.
Yeah, is there a spiritualist?
I think there was a
There's a
spiritualist.
parapsychologist. That's quite interesting.
After we were ranting
What's
about
the good
Freud.
luck? So luck you can spend.
Spy.
Yeah.
Let's say all your characters survived that last one. Putting down James, you probably restored some sanity.
Right.
At the end of the adventure, you'll get probably like 1d4, 1d6 luck back. But you can spend it, and it takes a bit of time if you come back up, and you do have luck rolls in between, right? So having a low luck.
So, what's an average sanity?
An average sanity would be 50.
So what do occupation skill points mean then?
So that's power. So 50 is an average human, which you'll start with. That. Your maximum sanity is going to be 99 minus your mythos skill. The more you're exposed to Cthulhu-like elements, the more you go. What's the question, sorry, Simon?
What is occupation skill points? That's what you have to
that's-
spend.
So you've got a list of sort of 8 skills there
Yeah,
under your occupation, and
yeah,
then it tells you how many points you get to spend based on your stats, your characteristics. Yeah.
right. Yeah, so, but we're ignoring that and we're just going
No. So you're spending things in your characteristics at the moment,
to. Yeah.
and then you're going to get points to spend for skills
Oh, right.
based on your occupation and your stats. But once you've got your stats, let me know how old you are next.
Me.
I'm going to ask a lady her age.
You're 23. So we're going to make an improvement check for your education. You've possibly completed some sort of level of higher education. So you want to roll a D100 above your education stat.
It's easy for me.
So 64. No, sorry, 46.
Well, what's your education stat?
50.
So you've maybe not gone into tertiary education on that one.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Sam, how old is
So
your
what
character?
does education give you other than... So I might just make that... Well, no, I'll keep it 40. Yeah. I am going to be...
Cheeky roll.
25.
25, so same thing, make an education check.
Yeah. 90. Well above my
So
current
roll a
education.
D10.
What?
You get that many extra points.
8.
You get an extra 8 points, so that bumps you up a little.
All in appearance. I spent...
Yeah.
Wait, is this for these ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spent that time that I wasn't in school getting more.
School life. Well, it has to go into your education, yeah?
Oh, it has to go in
Yeah,
education? Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, so now you're 48 instead of 40 or whatever.
Oh.
Simon Roseman, do you know how old your character is going to be?
I'm still stuck between
You
two
want-
possible
Right,
characters.
you can be 89 at the max, but by the time we finish Masks, you'd be very close to 100.
No, but I mean, I just mean I'm still stuck between two possible character
Right,
ideas.
okay.
The youngest I would be is
Still Krispy Kreme donut.
what? Are we 1920?
Yeah, we'll start in 1920.
So I'm either 25 at the youngest.
Yep.
Oh, you work backwards.
I've worked when I was in my second year at university.
Gotcha. That guy's name?
University?
Albert Einstein.
No, I was at the University of Manchester
Oh, yeah.
in 1915 in my second year, studying physics under Ernest Rutherford.
Yeah.
And then I enlisted to the signals,
Yeah.
which was not actually the signal corps at the time. It was the Royal Engineers Signal Battalion.
Roughly.
But by the time it was a while before I was demobilised after the war, and by the time I was demobilised, Rutherford had gone to Cambridge, so I didn't go back to Manchester to complete my studies.
Gotcha.
So that's my one character idea.
Who's Rutherford? Is that a real person?
Ernest Rutherford, yeah, who he
Will
was
you be
like,
more than 39 years old?
if I'm the other characters,
You'll be old.
possibly.
Okay, fine. Roseman, have you decided on...
I probably.
I think I'm going to be like 30, so like could possibly
same
be
thing, so
going
make
over
a-
the hill for a woman at that
Yeah.
point.
Well,
but
20 to
still
39 is the
attractive.
range for this one thing to happen.
Okay.
So you want to make an education check? Have you spent your points?
We're spending a 510, right?
510, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
What are you eating, Lisa?
Do you want dry roasted peanuts?
Nah, no.
Are you sure? Do you want a
Do you want
donut?
to bring the donuts?
Well, if a donut happens to appear, I might eat a donut.
What was your am I crazy if I put like 90 on appearance? Is that mad?
On appearance? No, like...
I'm basically hoping to be an extremely charming person,
Yeah.
but actually kind of an asshole.
Yeah, you got you.
What were you asking me for?
I was asking for your age,
Yeah.
and you're going to make an education check.
Okay, so I
So
put my
what-
education as 80.
Whoa, if you need to roll higher than an 80.
What with my two?
Yeah, D100.
Where's my peanut?
You should start looking your last character.
Sorry,
We should start from
Why
looking.
am I so bad at finding
35. I think we all had 35. Didn't we?
Anyway.
Okay,
This is weird.
5 and 80. So, what does this do?
Boost it.
48.
So you don't get any bonus.
Fine.
There's a delay on our camera, but not on yours. There's a delay on our camera, but not on yours.
What do you mean?
On Twitch.
So what would be? I'm looking for like academic or
Let me have a look.
I'm like an ancient historian or a classicist. Where is that?
Tell me where I am. I must find you.
I mean, I don't want to be an antiquarian because that sounds like just like a rich, a rich guy who just doesn't have.
Hold your hand up. Oh wait, no. No, wait, put it down again. See? Now do it now. See? Oh, yours. Oh yeah, yours.
I don't.
It's because Barry's very immobile, sitting there.
Yeah.
All I thought was you eating donut, and that's obviously a constant.
That's not a measure. It's just something that happens. Right, everybody's done their age.
What did I say my age was? 30. Should probably like that.
Yeah.
Or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Up or down a couple
what
of
is-
years doesn't change anything.
Let's round it down for people.
Where can I find that then? Because there's scientist for academics,
Uh-huh.
and then there's
So sorry, what you want to be?
like a classicist or an ancient historian or something.
Um,
I don't want to be an antiquarian. That sounds like just
Isn't
like
that H historian?
yeah, like antiques.
well, that sounds like a hobbyist, doesn't it?
A historian?
No, an antiquarian.
Or is there not P professor?
Hospital, maybe. There's no academic.
Right, we can fill in the half
After it'll be next page.
fifth characteristics in a minute.
Oh, professor. There we go. Fine.
That's love.
Right,
No,
and your
it doesn't mean
strength and
professor of
size.
Lovecraftian law. It just means that it's a Lovecraftian occupation
yeah.
to choose.
Yeah.
It's like-
Oh, I see.
And the books.
If you're a big fan of
Yeah.
This is
H.G.
what.
Wells.
Alicia,
I
what
am
is
a
your
big fan.
strength and
Journalist.
size?
That's also a Lovecraftian.
40 size.
And your strength?
50.
So it's 90 total. So you're a build 0 in the bottom right. You see there's a build box. You're a size 0.
Tiny.
Anybody else done their strength and size?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam,
125.
125. You just pushed it into 1. And you get plus 1d4 damage.
Woof.
Right, I'm going to ask
The
the
damage
group
bonus.
here.
Yeah.
Should I be a military officer with some training in telecommunications and radiation, electromagnetic radiation and particle physics, or
That's very accomplished.
a professor of ancient history?
Well, because I'm planning on being sort of someone who's read a lot about the occult, doesn't believe in it, but has read a lot in it to be like realistic in their conning of people. So I don't know if we're going to need as much historical book smarts, but we might need like sciencey.
I was going to put
Okay.
nothing in any
How many
intelligence-based
weeks? Any
skill.
law?
No.
How many
Right.
weeks?
I got
Like
street
in real life?
smarts.
Put
Put it all in guns and accounting.
It depends. So next session,
Next
we'll
bit.
probably just do one. Well, whenever we can maybe work it out. Will be a single. You'll complete a story in a single night again, and then we might want to do something else. If we're all happy that we've kind of got most of the rules down, because I'll spend time reading. Then we go into the campaign. That's
For
18 months if you only do it every 2 weeks or something.
Mm-hmm.
But they're somewhat self-contained. You travel the world, and if you do just there'll be 2-3 nights maybe to do a single location.
Alright.
So you don't, and you can drop in and out, because not everybody's going to survive anyway, right? So
well, apparently not. Bloody hell.
English Western
right,
peace.
well,
Mine
your-
would be
your strength and
intellectual
size?
this time.
Now you know.
I'm 100.
you are also a size 0.
I am a very pretty skinny thing.
Yep. And Simon, have you finished
Useless.
putting your stuff?
No, I haven't. But I think
Okay.
I'm going to be. I'm going to go for a psychiatrist.
Hang on, that wasn't
Okay.
the options.
Right.
No, I know.
Right, he knows nothing.
No, I'm going to be like I'm going to be an anti-Freudian psychologist.
Oh, yeah, just anything Freud says, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fingers
Wouldn't
up his
have
arm. Fine, normal.
Well, that's
Doesn't mean
alienist,
anything.
actually.
Means you got an itchy bum.
Mother stuff, it's all fine. Don't worry about it.
I might go for psychologist then. I just can't live with the possibility of like carrying around a pistol and not shooting it at anything. So I'm just going to be.
Fine.
Wait, so we have
One fighter.
He's an
adventurer.
Well, that's fine. Well, you've still got
A
Ben.
good-looking
Ben might
adventurer?
come in
Above
get people
average
up now,
looking.
What are you good at, Sam?
I'm good at
Size.
just being there.
Size.
So he's going to intimidate people with his size. Great.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm a body type
What are
1.
you?
Well,
Have you know?
my
Okay.
I'm a dancer.
Alright, let me know when you do,
I have
Simon.
a fence.
Ah, so
What's body
sorry.
type 2?
Your hit
Little
points.
flap and go.
What is your...
Is it strength plus
For a
con?
strength. that's-
Yeah, con and strength.
12 then, yeah.
I'll just do it. Here. Con and strength is...
12. 120.
Your constitution and your strength.
60 and 50.
So you've got 11 hit points. Rosemine,
My constitution and my strength is 50 and 50.
so 100, you got 10 hit points.
Protect me, folks.
And Simon will come back to. Move rate. Right, Sam, have you done yours?
Yep.
Alright, fine. Lisa, what is
Oh
your...
wait, no. Sorry. Is it just 12? Is it
No,
strength and
no,
size?
No. So, right, what's your size?
65.
What's your dexterity?
60.
What's your strength?
60.
You have a movement of 7.
Whoa. That's slower than my last
You're
guy.
pretty slow, yeah. Rosamund, what is your size?
50.
What is your dexterity?
50.
And what is your strength?
Also 50.
You have a movement of 8.
What?
I'm
Oh, so I'm
swift
bigger,
wee
so
bugger.
Yeah.
I'm slower. I get it. I was thinking I'd be quicker because I was bigger, but no.
That's not
It's
science.
like a troll.
I think you
I
don't
love
put
it.
anything
But like,
into
and
biology.
only slightly bigger than other
Lisa,
people
you're-
troll.
Size,
40.
your dexterity,
60.
your strength.
50.
You've got a movement of 9.
So we're gonna run away,
nobody's over
basically,
that to
is-
matter. Right, so occupation. Once Simon's done,
Did you say
hogging
there
the
was
book,
there was a maximum for
90.
90, right? Fine. 80 is fine then.
And then yes, once Simon's finished hogging the
I'm sort of
occupation
done the
book,
max. Oh, I just
What's a good
star
one
my
for-
occupations.
adventure is an option, I think.
Oh, sick. Done. Does it have piloting?
Pilot. Oh right, yeah. But pilot is an occupation.
No, I don't need a
Right.
pilot.
Um,
You need to go to college to be a pilot. That's Boston,
Are we,
right?
are we gonna... That's a mistake. That's what that is. Yeah, are we doing accents?
Simon started the trend.
I can't do
Okay.
one reliably.
I could...
That is
yeah,
not
no,
straight.
I could only
You're a
do...
dancer, right?
yeah, but I'm
So
a
you-
British psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
I'm a British adventurer
Look, we're a band of Brits.
from
So if you
the
can find
estuaries.
you-
Yeah.
Oh really?
and then it gives you 8 skills.
So occupation skill points. It gives me education times 2
Yeah.
plus app times 2.
So your appearance.
Yeah.
What's that?
80.
And your education.
50.
So you've got 260 points
Yeah.
to spend amongst the skills that are listed there. So
So
maybe you want
arts,
to underline them or
Disguise.
put a circle around them or something. Yeah. So if you put them on your character sheet,
Mhm.
and then so just circle them.
So 240.
We'll
Yeah.
tick the box now.
You've got 260,
260.
and then what are you saying, Simon?
We'll tick the box if they're your charisma.
No,
Oh.
that's someone else.
Oh,
Don't.
bloody hell.
So yeah, if you want to just circle those and then maybe give
Dangerous
their book
talk,
to
that.
Rosamund or
Box.
Sam there.
Good God, no.
Sorry, what now?
Once Lisa knows what her skills are, so then you can spend, same as your stats, spend those points amongst those. Then you're going to get another round of points to spend on like personal interests, which could boost up your professional skills as well.
Cocktail good?
Lovely, thank you, Rosamund.
It was very nice.
I made it with resentment, just
I mean, it's
so you
the
know.
I can still
Tell.
taste the.
Okay,
flash
I
from
think
the
I'm
back.
done. So what were my derived strats?
Sure. So you have what is your strength and size?
My strength and size 60 total. Strength is 30.
Body size
Right.
-1.
Right, so, you are going to.
Be the worst.
You've got a build
one.
of -2, right? So that means against an average person, you're completely outclassed and can't even engage them.
So what? I put size 30. Is
I
that
said
not-
35 was the minimum.
Oh right. Okay. Sorry.
30. 22. Oh well. Combined total of less than.
Okay. Let me just redistribute some of these. So
Just yeah, if you spread those
40.
10 points out, that's fine.
40. Which means I'd only have 30 in luck. So I'll
Tight.
go
It's high point.
Fucking done with points.
There
got
isn't
the
a
90 in
spiritualist. This
education.
makes it.
My
There's
word.
I don't think.
I've just
at the
under
very front
half
of the
the
skills,
news.
there's a big list if you want to. It's easier to glance through.
I'll drop
Yeah,
down to
that would
40 in appearance.
I've gone too far.
I know, I'm trying.
It's a price I'm willing to pay.
Oh, what's he
I
carrying?
was going to put some
Don't know yet.
little markers on it, but maybe not.
45.
So there's a big,
45 in appearance isn't terrible.
No.
Is it?
No, it's a lot of blowout.
That's like
I
me.
mean, what about the game as well? What about the game?
Absolute man.
And Max, yeah, character creation is going. It's been faster. So some people don't listen to my instructions very well.
Hang on.
Right, so you're
Sam, add those up.
90, 130, 180.
Sam,
That's
a
about
real
the
life
speed I was
accountant.
doing.
280, 260, 340, 420, 465. What's your
Not a
last?
lot of points, is it?
465.
Yeah, that's 465.
So you got 45 points.
Okay,
then.
I'll put
That's-
45 in
Lisa,
there,
for
that's
any of those that already have a number beside
I'll
it,
double check it
you
quickly.
add to
nice,
that.
quick.
so let's say it had.
What are those again,
Put it
Simon?
away. So you know,
Like arts and craft has a 5%.
40,
so
50, 80.
add to that
40,
5%.
Oh, is that
you
80?
get that 5%.
Oh, you've done a plus, right, good. Yeah. 40, 50, 80,
50, 45, 80.
50, 45, 80,
40, 90. 45.
40,
So,
90, 45. So you got
Barry,
0,
Uh-huh.
There's no
13,
there's an
17,
occultist, but they
25,
apparently, according to this,
29,
firmly believe. Can I be an occultist, but only in
42.
name?
Yeah.
Yes, like the
No,
so the
I
option
think
to
I've given you
believe
10
actually
extra.
means
Should have
something
been better.
in this game, right?
Okay.
Is it
So
more
either
What have you got in pounds?
you know how like when
I'll
you
do
encounter something
17
weird and you
pounds.
lost some sanity.
Yeah.
If you're a non-believer,
Yeah.
you wouldn't lose that sanity, and you'd
Yeah.
still get like your bonus. But if at any point the belief outweighs
Yeah.
what you know, you immediately kind of
Go.
just go nuts, right?
Okay.
So yes, you can be an occultist without
Okay.
believing.
Cool. I'll be an occultist, but mostly just to con people.
Yeah.
Right, Barry.
So far.
5.
I've
so
got
your
my shit
strength and
together.
size 70.
80 altogether.
80. You have a damage bonus of -1 and a build of -1. Your constitution and your size is.
I mean, size 40, what does that mean in terms of height?
Let's worry about that later.
4'8".
I'm just thin, right?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
You can be skinny, small.
I'm just trying to describe myself here.
Constitution
Education
size
90.
90. Constitution
This is I'm just
size.
building myself, Barry. Education 90
90.
intellect.
So you've got 9 hit points.
9 hit. How can I be weaker than Ezra Pendleton? Nobody's weaker than Ezra Pendleton.
Erroneous.
He's
Your
quite
size is 40.
I started
is
off
that
with
correct?
9 last time.
What, 9 hit points?
I had 9 hit points as Reg, that's why I ran out of the room straight away. One of those straight up 10-point hits.
Maybe I
Alright.
should put. I might need to balance these a little bit. Is intellect 80 overdoing it?
I have intellect 80.
Is it like
Right,
18
Is
education?
education 90
Well,
overdoing
right,
it?
okay, so intelligence can be a curse. Right? Because whenever bad things happen, if you understand the bad things that are happening to you, you're more likely to go crazy.
Bullshit. Right, 75. 70. Yeah. 70 intellect.
Yeah.
And then I'll put an extra 10 in size. So I've got size 50 now.
Right, so that takes you to a total of 90.
Yeah.
Evens.
Yes.
No bonuses.
Lovely.
Size
What's
0.
my... And then does that mean 10 hit points?
Yeah, so add them together, divide by
I
10.
have a question.
Yes, Rosamund?
I get one other skill as a personal era specialty. And it says, with the Keeper's Agreement, this may include the Cthulhu mythos. May I have it, please?
Yes, okay, but as a non-believer, that's what you're checking against, right? So your
Yeah.
sanity against your Cthulhu mythos knowledge.
Yeah.
So it's a fine tightrope to walk, but yes, you may.
Cool, let's do that. Make it harder for everybody.
I have
Yeah.
an arts and crafts skill.
Uh-huh.
What should it be?
What, do you get a choice on there? Does it give you?
I think it
Oh,
should be
dancing!
that...
Dancing.
Oh. I was going to say, like...
Is dancing a skill on its own? Does that have
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it does.
Isn't it like entertain or
I meant in
something?
general.
Yeah,
Yes.
entertainment. Is that
Do you need this?
Yeah, please.
But I would have thought arts and
I'm
crafts.
gonna
I'm
look up
thinking
what's-
something like that. You know, when you make a little pattern in a copper plate with a hammer. That says arts and crafts to me.
It's very elaborate art.
It certainly does.
But it says definitely
Phil
says like
wants-
William Morris.
Fancy arts and crafts.
Yeah, well, arts and crafts. Arts and crafts. arts and crafts is arts and crafts, right? It's not just like
Well, yeah, but crafts is also trade, basically.
Yeah,
So I
but it's not
business
like
is one of my arts and crafts.
sticking
Yeah.
googly eyes on a card, is it? That's not real arts and
So
crafts.
drawing,
It's pre-ref
singing,
light.
playing an instrument. I think that's what dancing comes under, right?
It's like
Or do you have-
decorating
Do you have anything in dancing?
a illuminated manuscript.
It might be.
But
Well, you don't have to choose that, of course.
yeah, I want to choose something more useful that might actually be used.
Yeah, so maybe drawing,
So you're dancing,
maybe
you're just like,
playing an
oh, that
instrument,
great? No, I've got
sculpture,
myself.
painting.
So
But it's not really going to be.
Is it arts and crafts? Well, crafts,
Like-
carpentry, masonry, plumbing.
In this one, I had woodworking, which has more use to it.
you did have woodworking.
Yeah.
What things like when you're investigating?
Yeah, that wouldn't. Didn't you get to roll
Well,
woodworking?
she never-
Look at the
you-
You
chest?
had to do it, but yeah, that would be
Hmm.
a better skill. So like finding grooves and hidden cuts and
Finding the
things
groove.
like-
Dancers are good at finding the groove.
Finding the
Barry.
Grooves in the heart.
Oh, yeah, there. Oh, no.
Bam, bam, bam. Right.
Carpentry.
Do I really, Barry? Do I really have 4 times 90
nothing.
skill points to spend?
Well, stand by. So, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 50.
What's your strength?
My strength is 40.
What's your size?
It's 50.
140.
I'm a psychiatrist.
Um,
I'm not a dancer. So.
Psychiatrist,
No,
not
but
a
this is for
dancer,
your
damn it.
speed, your movement rate.
Oh right.
You've got some derived from there.
You have a movement of 8.
What?
That
how,
seems fine.
How old are you, Simon?
I am 30.
30?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a education check
What do I need over my education?
over your education.
That's going to be a 90. So.
Max is telling us we could have a
Oh,
new
4.
Yeah, art and craft dancing is a possibility, or sport is a skill for the British.
Soccer.
Must have been in Cthulhu Britannica or something. Did you
or
succeed? Or
the
fail?
Brazilians? Gabriel Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, four goals.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You're welcome.
Did you roll over or under?
I rolled under considerably. I
So-
rolled 86 points under. Is that like
That gets you that.
catastrophic failure?
Oh, God.
But I have
Was
90
unfair in the
times.
80s. Lisa wasn't even alive in the 80s.
Who wasn't?
Me.
I also
Oh.
wasn't like me.
No,
I was.
Yeah.
For 6 of them.
Cool,
90.
cool.
Do I really have 90 times 4 skill points?
Was it? Is it 4 times?
He says edu times 4.
Yeah, yeah. But you've got your profession skills, yeah. So those
Yeah, I
have to
haven't
be,
seen those
Those have
yet.
to be spent on those. So whatever.
Do we?
What do you mean you haven't seen them? You had the book for 40 minutes.
I was looking at the law, Barry.
Okay.
Are there any clues?
Do we have to have
Very
skill in
curious.
our own language, or can we just be rubbish?
Your skills equal to your EDU in your own language. You see there's at the very bottom of that.
Just checking. I was like, are we mute? Is that?
But yes, if you want.
Are there any careers that don't have education as a multiplier for skill points?
You're going to have to flick through them unless Max can help us out. Max, is there any careers that don't have EDU as a
Is that
like
'cause you're-
core part?
Yeah,
of-
thick.
I ain't got those fancy learnings like you fellas
Like
do.
bear in mind, of course, knowledge is power.
Nah. Having average stats across the board is power. I don't think there is, just having glanced through.
Yeah, when you're filling them in, your dodge skill is half your dexterity. Is that?
Okay.
It should be on the sheet. I should have a sheet. I'm going to dig out a sheet.
160.
Some careers have strength, dexterity, and appearance.
Ooh. What's that?
I don't know how long that is, but
Oh, so some of them have that as an extra that you can have. So most of them are actually
Yeah.
times 4. Some,
military men, maybe.
yeah, soldier. Soldier?
Soldier.
What is it? What's the date?
Well,
20.
it's 20, so the Great War, the World War One's just kind of finished. The
Okay.
guys are like filtering back in. It's been 5 years of women ruling the roost, you know.
What's this?
Oh,
23?
The dream.
No, we're starting in 20.
Oh, 20.
Yeah.
So I would have been 23 at the end of the war, which means I would have then been 16 at the start of the war. So yeah, probably 4.
Conscription
Oh,
was.
that's
Oh, for America? You American?
Whoops.
I'm American.
Oh, they didn't even have
Howdy.
conscription, did they?
America.
Oh lord. Oh lord.
US didn't have conscription
Crimea
for the First
says
World War, did they?
criminals.
They've got edu as well. I think they all just do.
Well, there's some criminals.
Even soldier has.
Criminals have various ones.
Yeah, so I read through them all. They're all-
But yeah, like education too and appearance too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Crimea.
Crimea River, Crimea,
Oh,
Crimea.
Crimea?
Crimea.
As in.
Well,
Crimea
that's-
23. No, it's like
Oh,
crime,
that's a person.
unless it's crime A.
Oh,
20
cry me A.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no.
Crime.
Crime-
You're talking about the
Crime A
peninsula.
Yeah, the Ukrainian.
No,
No, it's not Ukrainian.
Right.
It's Russian.
Caribbean. Where's your name from?
Are you in fact?
This isn't part of the
a
game.
Russian?
Carry on. Choose a profession.
I roll it intellect.
Like the peninsula. Yes, that is.
Like the peninsula. Oh, there we go.
And is it a
Yeah,
Russian
you take a
peninsula or a
skills
Ukrainian
package,
peninsula,
military.
Crimea?
It's a Russian peninsula.
Is it a Russian peninsula or Crimean
Oh,
or an
mate,
Ukrainian peninsula?
This isn't a political stream.
Just, not
It is
just
now.
asking. De facto or de
You picked the
jure?
name before the invasion, to be fair.
Oh, fair. Decent.
Right.
After the war. None of us were alive for.
Right.
Lisa, have you decided on a art or craft?
Yes, needlework.
Needlework.
Covers abroad.
Well,
Bit of sewing.
yeah, I mean,
knitting.
have you got any first aid as well?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to say,
can you
'cause
sew
they're
us
gonna
up when we get sliced?
Yeah, nobody did that to me when I was
Face
young.
it,
There's
face
someone.
Broken.
Not an
I still
opportunity
resent you
for a
for it
first
anyway.
aid check on that neck break after you were
And
dead.
the first time I took a bloody pummeling, remember?
We were all being
Got hit
attacked by that zombie
twice.
except for Sam. Who did what I thought was right, and that was read the book.
I think the best I'm going to get is Dex or Strength times 2. I don't think any of them are size times 2, unfortunately. Just being bigger gets you more skills.
Can I just
Yeah,
see
same with
what my
languages,
skills
Max,
were?
right?
I
So
was
if
just
you
going
know,
to...
What are you
know some of the
choosing? Big Game
Romance
Hunter?
languages, you get
I might
like
be
a
Big Game
bonus to
Hunter, yeah.
The other ones, yeah.
That's
If
kind of
anybody's
my
language
in.
skills.
I
Does
do.
anybody have language skills?
I've got
Yeah,
got
I have.
Greek.
I have an extra
Is
language.
Greek useful or
I was going to
Latin?
take Sith Ifrican.
Do you want a spoiler?
Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Well, that's not wrong. But early on, maybe you should play yourself a little more, Roseman.
Spanish?
Oh, what?
Oh,
I could never say such a thing.
I was going to go for Latin because it's more of a medical
I
thing,
was
isn't
going
it?
to go
Yeah.
for Latin as well, but
South
you go
African?
for. I'll go
Should
for
I or
Spanish.
not?
Maybe
if
I'm
you
in
go
Spanish.
Yeah,
Spanish-
because Hispanic that's
Well,
more
I
sort
took-
of like
I
because
took
if you want to go
Chinese
for a
and
sort
maybe-
of maybe you should go
I
Romanian.
took Swahili.
Oh, right.
If you
I
want to go
might
for that
Chinese
sort of
then.
fortune teller vibe.
Well, no, I'm faking it, so I
Right.
feel like maybe I'm
Mandarin
Hispanic.
or-
Yeah, that
really,
sounds
But
yeah.
I'm pretending.
Mandarin.
Chinese is.
But what would it be?
Don't speak a word Romanian. Hope nobody else speaks
I'm
Spanish.
looking that up later.
Yeah. Chinese one of.
Well, that's your language.
That's going to be my foreign language, yeah. I'm a
Fine,
big game hunter in China.
Right, Lisa,
They've just
what's
got-
your
they've-
intelligence?
I know, that's why I'm back over here.
So you can
I
spend
wasn't fought in the
100
revolution.
points on anything else.
You know what? I don't like to talk about
Well, or anything,
Punching pandas.
including like your profession skills.
Come back with them.
Except
Panda pals.
Cthulhu mythos.
a bit of a big game hunter, me.
These people.
You
might have heard there was
chosen
a-
a profession.
They're
I'm a big
endangered.
game hunter.
Big game hunter, nice.
Yeah. And I have precisely 96 plus. I have 216 points to spend.
I've only got
And then
360, Sam.
Have a look at. Have you noted down your profession skills?
No, Simon
Yeah,
took
do
it
that
before I
first.
could.
Right, you've got.
Yeah, again, you've got it.
Firearms,
Not done
any.
credit ratings next.
Yeah.
Crimea. I'll do
Listen
personal
or
interest
spot.
and then credit rating.
So listens. Oh, it's or, so listen. Natural
Natural
world.
That could be useful
Dump
in
stat.
Egypt.
No, not putting any in there.
Navigate.
Just you.
That would be very useful, Sam.
Again, dump stat. Other language. Yeah.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Max.
Everything.
260.
Or survival any.
No.
Science, biology or botany.
Okay.
Botany.
Porque no los dos.
Don't worry, I'm not maxing botany in this RPG.
It's biology.
Right. Panda biology.
Um,
Stealth.
See,
Yeah.
when everybody's choosing
And
their
track.
profession,
Yeah.
it gives you a credit rating.
Yep.
20 to 50.
Right, so you need to spend. Do they need to spend their points on it, or do I just give them something in between? No, it uses the same points as your skills. So you can
Maybe
spend
not.
either.
20.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be dirt poor at 20.
That's fine.
Uh,
I don't know what my character is now.
Could you
but
tell Lisa and Roseman what their credit ratings are, please? Just before Lisa spends all her
Yeah.
points.
On what? What?
So Lisa's a dancer,
Which is that dance? Is that
Entertainer.
entertainer, table dancer,
You got classy 1920s one.
a classy one. Like, of course.
Nine.
Nobody's insinuating otherwise.
Specifically 9 to 70.
9 to 70.
Yeah, 9 to 70.
9 to
Right,
70
do
what?
people want to know what being broke entails?
Yes.
I think I know that.
Yeah, I know, right?
What was your profession then?
I am an occultist.
Occultist.
Well, I don't believe
Right,
in
if
it.
you've got a credit rating of 0, you're penniless, you're destitute, you're on the
Oh.
streets.
Nice.
1 to 9, you can afford a roof over your head and 1 meal a day.
Great.
10 to 49 is average.
Mm.
Right, so it's quite a range, but 20's reasonable.
What's my credit rating?
It's also going to give you, well,
you?
Simon's going to tell you just now, you have to spend skill points on it.
9 to 65.
9 to 65 for
It'd
occultist.
be penniless to rich.
So 50 to 89 is wealthy. I mean, if you've been good at conning people, you do have to spend your skill points. You're going to get, your cash isn't micromanaged in this game. If you can afford it, you can afford it, right?
That's
if you're
like
buying,
One Ring.
Yeah, if you buy something big, it might affect your assets or your if you go over your daily spend.
So it's 1 point to get 1 credit rating.
Yes, so it's a
Right.
skill. It's a skill. Yeah.
Okay. So what's 30? Am I alright on
30 is
30?
yeah, average. It's in the middle of average.
Okay.
So
So
you
what's
have
rich?
A
50?
reasonable, yeah, 50 will be wealthy.
So it's probably worth spending 20 of my 360 points to go up to wealthy, right?
But very possibly. You'll have a substantial residence, perhaps with some domestic help, a butler or a housekeeper, cleaner,
Yes.
gardener. Possibly a second home in the country or abroad, and you'll be able to stay in expensive hotels.
I'm going for I'm spending
When you're
20
travelling, you
points
go
on that.
first class, and you almost certainly have an expensive car or horse, depending on what you like.
So where do we write that down? I
Be
can't see.
rich is the best. The credit rating's a skill.
Oh, is it?
What
Yeah,
should I
okay.
be 50 and above?
Rich is 50 and above, yeah.
Is Max or Crimea recommending being
Wait,
rich?
how do we...
Crimea is not recommending being rich. Max is saying be rich, it's the best. Have a butler to come with you.
Yes!
Yes.
Love it!
And then our other stats are half and a fifth.
Max, yeah, there's a soldier package that they can use for a little bit more experience, but we'll see if we give them that.
The soldier.
Yeah,
I'm not going soldier. I'm
Okay.
going psychiatrist.
but you're a soldier.
I took big game.
Oh, you took big game hunter. No more soldiers.
I put nothing in biology. I'm at 1%, just by
What?
being a big game.
Could be anything.
Wait, so how do we know how do we
Pardon?
decide
that
on
could
the
protect you
credit
though from the
You
just
spend
you don't know
points,
if it's
but
an
you got-
animal
So your
or,
intelligence,
just like-
or like
intelligence.
a hideous
80.
otherworldly monster.
So you've got
Shoot it.
another
You had an
160
animal
points
sound,
to
didn't you?
spend
System as well?
Yeah.
Yeah?
on anything you want,
Okay.
except
from
for
China.
That'll have to come from your initial.
This is a panda. These are the pandas I was telling you about.
Tell you what, 2 gens, eh?
39 extra points into Chinese. I think it's going to pay off.
Right. So
If anybody,
no, I haven't.
if anybody puts more than like 50 points into a
Oh, as
skill,
in a
like-
as in
single...
invest
Yeah,
50
I've
points.
done that a few times.
yeah. So what skills do you put more than 50 points into?
So I've got. Shall I tell you?
Well, tell you what, just firearms or languages.
No, neither of this.
Oh, firearms I put... Oh, 35. What happens if I put 50?
So if you go like 50 with a handgun, you'll get an extra 10% on a elephant.
So I split it across handgun and rifle shotgun. Would it be better to just take one?
No, so the way that your skills are going to go up, right, if you fire a handgun and you successfully hit something, you'll get a tick in that box.
Aye.
Then, either at the end of the session or maybe the end of like a appropriate point to stop, you get a chance to roll against that skill to improve it. So the lower you start, if you're splitting them and you're using both, they'll kind of go up and up.
Oh,
Whereas if you
and
put
so
them
when
all
you
in
roll
one-
to improve, you've got to roll over it.
Yeah, you got to roll
because it's
over it.
like you've still got more to learn.
Yeah.
Right, gotcha. Whew, my credit rating's the same. Oh, that's what the boxes are for ticking.
That's what the
And
tips
credit
are.
rating doesn't have a box next
Correct,
to
yeah.
it.
What's the
Gotcha.
box tick
So you
for?
tick the box
that'll
if you
be
use
when
it
your
successfully.
skills go up.
And then you
Sam, you spent your
nice.
other points.
No, I've only spent my 260.
Okay, so your intelligence,
40.
so you get another 80 points to spend on anything, including your profession skills. And
Nice.
Simon, what's your
What's-
intelligence?
My intelligence is 70.
So you're going to get another 140 points to spend on any of the skills,
Any skills
Oh.
at all?
apart from Cthulhu Mythos.
Oh,
And credit rating?
Your initial set of points you can apply to that.
Oh,
so
man.
fundamentally, you can.
spent.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know, I've just realised. Oh, yeah, that's so silly. No.
But you can otherwise spend. Lisa, what's the problem, right? It's easy.
I've done
Easy,
it.
right?
Yeah, I'm done.
What's everybody's problem?
Does adding the 80 points
brain is-
now get
Yeah.
me the 10% if I total 50 overall?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so at any point when you go over that 50, you're going to get 10% in your other related skills.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I've done it. I've done 50 for rifle.
I've given them their background points. What's a background point, Max?
Oh.
I'm just going through the book.
Isn't that from the
Max has
backstory?
got our corner.
On the
Do you mean
back
Okay.
do you mean like the meaningful locations and stuff? That's coming up next, if that's the question. Oh yeah, I've a floor donut. Delicious floor donuts.
Oh, let's see what Max is saying. He's got. Oh, there we go.
He's got all the chat.
Oh yes, yeah, I've given them their int times 2.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, Lisa, have you got an idea for what your character looks like? So
Yes.
if you now, on the back of your sheet, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to fill out. Now, often it's a bit wishy-washy, who cares so much really, your DM can get a hook on it. But this is going to be relatively important. As I said, if you go mad, I'm going to start playing with this. And where once before you were incredibly trusting, you may become paranoid, that kind of thing. So getting these kind of things down is somewhat important. So your personal appearance, what do you look like? Are you...
What's that flapper dancer called Clara?
Bow. Clara Bow?
Let me Google it. I think so.
Well, certainly we'll dig out some character portraits as well.
Yeah, Clara Bow.
Right, so some advice on creating a good background for your character. Be specific, emotional, and emphatic. Right, so not your wife, but give them a name. Give them my wife who did this for me. Let me give you an example. So my wife Annabelle, my beloved wife Annabelle. My beloved wife Annabelle, I couldn't live without her. Or my wife Annabelle, who makes my life a misery. One of the two. So the difference between having a wife and having a wife who you couldn't live without, just adding a little bit of things to it. Do you want me to give you some descriptors? Or are you happy for...
So I missed all that.
Pretty,
I missed all of that.
glamorous, you dazzler.
This is on the back now. This is
Wrinkled.
only once you finish your other stats,
Right.
Simon. You're not allowed to go there
Daisy.
yet. You're still behind the rest of the class.
So same with you,
Go
Sam,
on.
you're going to have to describe your character once your fingers are not quite so covered in donut.
That'll be my backstory.
So just coming up with so you've got to describe yourself in the top box. And then we can have a pick or we can have a roll for some of the other ones. Up to you. Give something in mind or I'll give you examples off the board. Simon has 550 points to spend, so he'll need some time.
So it's in the personal description.
So that is, are you rugged? Are you, like, I mean, Chungus doesn't really count as a description, right?
Oh man.
Oh, I love it when you make it relevant.
Do you like that? Yeah. Got to get those memes in for the kids. But we all play other games. So in my adult life, Max, I've played. I ran a session of Genesis and then Netrunner, Android Netrunner,
Witcher.
which wasn't so good. And then before playing this, I just read up on The Witcher, but nobody would play it with me.
Oh, I was there.
Sam was here, nobody else showed up.
That makes it worse, actually. I wasn't there either.
Just there. But other... so Sam and Simon have played a number of things. I don't know what games you guys have played.
I have played Star Wars Fantasy Flight version.
Yeah.
I'm running a campaign of Numenera that we almost never play, which is great.
Numa.
I've just had a message from one of the players,
Was
and it
Zoe?
says, "Now I have newfound respect for Numenera."
Wow. Who knows what happened
And
there?
they're not watching this stream.
And
They're not stream.
Sam, what have you played?
Oh, I'm currently playing Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Anyone, delete this video if you. I never show anyone.
Yeah.
I've GM'd D&D, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th and 2nd, Star Wars, Serenity Roleplay.
Oh, you haven't got nice.
Gay.
And I've played
Not gay.
Fate,
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
I feel like putting that out in the world now, so your own explanation.
Savage Worlds as well, actually.
I'm a card-carrying homophobe. Man.
Oh yes. Well, this is why Cthulhu is the game for you.
Yeah.
Any kind of ism.
Oh yeah.
Sam, are you on it?
Oh, just homosexuality count as a mental illness in this.
I think it still does. Yes. Rosamund, you
Cure
played
me,
D&D
Father Cthulhu.
once?
3 whole games.
3 games.
Well,
No,
3
I didn't.
whole sessions.
Sessions.
That is literally it. And I guess choose your own adventure books, kind of.
Choose your own adventure yet?
Oh, yeah.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
And Lisa, your only experience is
That horrible one that we played.
Genesis Netrunner that I ran.
With
The
Simon.
horrible one. So pretty much put it off for life. We're lucky
Trying
he came
that.
back, to be
I spent
honest.
all of my points on a really good sword, and that was all that's all I did all session. Tried to
Rolls.
steal stuff and didn't manage it, and then I managed to stab someone at the end, and it was game changing.
Yeah, the only damage done. Fantastic. So have you got an idea for what you look like?
Wait. What did I play with you? That was a dungeon crawler that I played with you and Mark. It's up there somewhere.
No, but it's a board game, right?
What was it?
Or Myth. Did we play Myth?
No.
Well, and then we couldn't figure out exactly how many enemies to spawn and stuff, no?
It was the one. It was like we had character cards like this, but we also had decks of cards, and we had to
Yeah.
run through the cards.
I think
Like
it was
dungeon
Myth.
Was it Myth? I
Yeah.
played that with you. That was alright.
Yeah.
We played 2 rounds of that, I think. So not my first rodeo.
But so what? You're supposed to be brilliant at it on your second rodeo. Is that what that's saying?
Yeah.
Damn straight.
Exactly.
Super. Right. Does anybody want to pick their ideology and beliefs, or do you want to roll for it? And
Oh, can I roll?
you can. It's a D10.
Excellent. 8.
8 is politics. So you can choose what side of the fence you want to come down on. Conservative, socialist, liberal.
What were the 2 parties in China? Can I be a...
What do you mean?
Oh,
two
can I
parties?
be the,
Yeah,
can I be the
I
Taiwanese
just told you
Chinese?
that communism
Yeah,
took over.
but then
Communism
they all
is
went to
over.
Taiwan, didn't they? The royalists went to Taiwan. That's why they got
Yeah.
that. So I'm
The
a
Republic of
staunch-
China.
Are you-
It's a run-
Are you?
Yeah, I
Chinese?
back. No, I'm not Chinese myself,
Oh.
but I spent a while in China. That's why I've got
Democrat
40.
and Republican were in power in the US in the 20s. Yes. Like,
Don't want either of those, thanks.
100 years.
What is the?
Two
Is
party
it
system.
actually Republican? Whatever. I'm a Chinese royalist.
Well, they started off as
Well,
Democratic
yeah, we can double check.
Republicans, didn't they?
Yep.
Versus Federalists.
Does anybody else
I
want to
know.
go for their ideology? or
Yeah,
beliefs?
yeah.
It
I'm
can
not-
only
I
go
know you're-
well.
This isn't whether you're a believer or non-believer. This is.
Okay.
In what kind of ideologies?
Yeah.
Right, so whether there's like a higher power, whether you're
Oh, I'm-
a humanist.
I'm
whether you're-
I'm the most I'm the massive atheist. No, actually, maybe I want political instead.
Can I be a New Age Buddhist as well?
Yeah.
I think by
Buddhist.
pushing
Yeah, if
New
you
Age
wanna
Buddhist
believe-
is
If you want to say there's like a higher power that you believe in or something. That
What if I want to be like
The higher
there no
power is
higher
the soul.
that-
Well, that's.
Yeah, Buddhist, I
I
don't
think
even
actually
know.
it comes under something else. No, it comes with that. Yeah, it can be a
But you gotta
spiritual
get a
atheist.
clean
But
headshot.
remember, depending where you are in the
Understand.
country, that's not that's not going to fly everywhere, right?
What?
Being
Atheism.
Yeah.
No, I want to be a British decentralist,
Yep.
a syndicalist.
Syndicalist.
Yeah, I resent the centralism of London.
Oh,
Was that a thing
and in the game.
20s?
Yeah, oh yeah.
In
the north.
Fine.
I'm a salt of the earth, northern psychoanalyst.
Roseman,
I know nonsense. None of that.
Astrology, spiritualism, tarot, but you don't believe any of that.
Nah.
Well,
Just making it.
You can be anti-occult.
Right.
You don't
What?
believe in any of it.
Well, I don't believe in any of it, but I'm making use of it, so I have to be like,
Yeah.
kind of on board.
You got depression, lad. Snap out of it.
Great psychology.
Oh god.
Oh, thanks. I hadn't thought of that.
I found my character.
Sounded a bit like terrifyingly cockney there. It was a...
This is starting to sound like a kind of a penal company. We've got like a Chinese royalist and Northern cycle.
Yeah, the rejects of whatever it's saying.
Yeah. We chase out our own country.
We don't want none of your Central European ideas about bums.
Oh god.
You're either sane or you're not, kids. Now fuck off.
I believe I marked my stream mature, so that's fine. Lisa, did you have an ideology or belief? That you
Yes.
Yep. Right, significant people. Do you want to pick one?
Ooh.
There's a couple
Roll.
of lists here.
Oh, right.
Or do you want to just choose whether it's a family member, a significant other?
Can I roll?
You can roll.
Yes, I'll roll. 5.
5 would be your partner, a spouse, a fiancé, a lover. Would you like to know why?
Yeah.
You get that roll as well.
7.
7. You idolise them, either for their fame, their beauty, their work, what they represent.
Maybe she's like a beautiful Chinese woman that you can never be with. You
Uh,
just like idolise her.
Now, Simon, you know how you're quite keen on being historically accurate?
Yeah.
Quite cute.
The term fuck was not used in polite society in the 20s.
Polite society, my ass. You London bastards can get out of my laboratory.
2 gems. 2 gems. Would anybody else like to roll for a significant person or for a motivation for why they're
Listen, I'm
significant?
already on traits, yeah. Just
You're what, sorry?
I'm already on traits. I'm already
Oh my
like.
goodness.
Meaningful
Nice.
locations. Can I roll for
Get
meaningful
the fuck
You
locations?
certainly can.
Oh, nice. 7 again.
7 is the grave of a significant person.
Oh my god, she died! Oh my god, no wonder you idolise her! You can't do any wrong because she's 6 feet under.
Murder in the revolution.
Oh no! Oh god, well that got grim.
Well, oh wow, okay.
It's okay, I'm gonna call this, maybe we can contact her in the afterlife.
Maybe
You
that's
put it
We've
up.
got psychologists that can talk to him
What's
about
wrong with
it.
me? Oh my god, I'm gonna fleece him. I mean,
Overcome with grief, Doc.
Anybody else want to roll
meaningful
for a meaningful
location.
location?
Yeah, I don't really...
D10, please.
What's the opposite of being stubborn?
being acquiescent, I guess. That's not a D10, right?
Yeah, like
Go along with anything.
Subservient, acquiescent.
60?
60.
Wait, which
Or
one am I rolling? 6, sorry. Sorry.
Okay, that's a tricky one. A place connected with your ideology or belief. So church, Mecca,
Okay.
Stonehenge.
Sorry, what?
Do you have an idea for?
Well, okay, I have an idea of my backstory, so maybe that is...
Yeah, play that in.
helpful.
Play that in.
Okay.
Now, while you're thinking of your backstory as well, if you can maybe, why might you be prone to getting caught up in any kind of adventure? Because it's obviously dangerous in general. Not everybody's going to jump into it. So just something that might make you,
Death wish.
yeah. For example, maybe you want to join your late wife.
They didn't even say that they were married.
No.
I think you
Of course,
just...
partner,
I think
I
you
said
saw
wife.
her for like 10
I'm
minutes and you
sorry
were
for being so
love it.
heteronormative.
Yeah.
There, Sam.
So, Barry, what can we start
It's a
from?
pander I murdered.
Personal description.
Can you have a what?
Can we start from the beginning of page 2?
What? What have you been doing?
I've done my stats.
Right,
I've done
so
my
yeah.
skills.
Dude!
What do you look like?
Come on.
I look like...
We don't get to roll for that, do we?
You can roll for it if you want. I'll give you, if you roll me a d10 3 times.
I
I
look
already
like...
kind of rolled mine, but yeah. 5, 6, 3.
Do you know what W.G. Grace looks like,
you're-
Barry?
You're hairy, youthful and dull.
My God,
It's the same.
it's my character.
Well, what about the game? Do you have an idea for what you look like, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So your ideology and beliefs, do you wish to...
I mean, is British decentralism ever
That's
going
fine.
to come into it?
There will be adventures in Britain.
Okay, yeah. Oh, and if they're in London, I'm going to
You
be
might
really
kick off, yeah.
pissed.
W.G. Grace. Is that...
Yeah, that's what I look like.
Yeah.
Although I struggled to get WG Grace size 50. I think he was quite a large man. I look like a size 50 WG Grace.
That's how people describe you when they introduce you. Significant people, would you like to roll or have a...
I'll roll for that, yeah.
Yep.
What do I roll?
D10?
0.
Oh,
Or
about 10, eh? It's an NPC. I'm going to give you that.
Right, okay. Nice
But
one.
I'll do it after.
Okay.
And then roll a D10 again. I'll tell you his name if you want.
Another 10.
Another 10.
Yeah, tell me the name of the significant person.
Not with this combo.
Oh, right.
They have crushed you and you seek revenge. Right? for what do you blame them? Yeah, Max, that was exactly where I was going. But unfortunately, this is kibosh it. That's fine.
So someone has crushed me.
Yeah, someone has crossed you.
Freud.
And you're out for revenge.
It's Sigmund Freud.
That was it, Max. And now it's Sigmund Freud. He basically took your studies and bastardised the data.
He made up his findings. He hasn't got any fucking findings. Charlatan.
Meaningful locations, would you like to roll for that?
Yeah.
Sorry everybody else at the table, we've had a little step backward.
Meaningful, like, I'm a size 5.
So probably your tailor. The guy that makes the good underwear.
It's a 4.
A 4 would be a place for quiet contemplation. Library, country walks near your estate, because you are rich.
The John Rylands Library in Manchester, which is the first public building, possibly in the world, to have electric lighting.
Boom.
Yeah. So
You are just full of random info.
thank you very much.
Just about Manchester.
It's both a game.
Hang on.
and
Get
an
one guess
education.
where I went to university.
Hang on. Do you want me to start giving my tree facts, Sam? Did you know
Certainly
that cashew nuts grow in a pod that dangles underneath the fruit of the cashew tree?
Oh, I did know
Yeah,
But
I guess.
in that pod,
that. Oh.
there's an outer layer that contains an oil that's not just poisonous. It's not just poisonous. It's corrosive to flesh, and it will
Wow.
blister your skin on contact.
What's your biology skill?
It's actually, believe it or not, it's 40.
Mine's
Alright,
one.
it's the kind of thing you might know.
Yeah.
Give you that. Right,
Well, now don't get me
everybody's-
started on older trees.
No, I wouldn't, trust me. Right, treasured possessions. Does anybody know what very dear to
9.
them? A
Yes.
9, a weapon.
Yeah, I was going to say weapon. My rifle,
I-
my hunting rifle.
Your old hunting rifle.
Chihuahua.
The Panda
It's
Killer
literally-
2000.
They'll come to you.
It's literally
Sure, it's
written
that
down here.
A yucky little bits.
You got a wee dog.
Two
You got 2 wee dogs.
chihuahuas called Cookie and Gigi.
I'm going to check if
Ooh,
chihuahuas
like
were
it.
born.
Old hunting.
Oh, yeah.
All the rage.
They're the symbol of Mexican independence. Right.
There you go.
Chinese
So what was my meaningful location? John
quite
Wayne's
a
line.
quiet place
Yeah,
for
John-
contemplation, you said, yeah.
Serious. It's beautiful. Quite often, on TV, if they want to show like a really beautiful library anywhere, they'll use John Rylands Library because it's stunning.
I need to bring this up.
Yeah, do.
Max is suggesting an elephant rifle.
Oh, there's no
It's fair.
elephants in
I mean,
China.
I'll be doing. I'll be
Not
doing a lot of my. I'll be
gonna say,
doing a lot
maybe
of
you
my
didn't know that.
Cthulhu lore.
Yeah,
research
I do a
there.
biology one, so anything could be an
Would you like
elephant.
the inside or the
Inside. Inside is the best. Reading room
Where is it?
You just give me a
in
second
Manchester
here.
on Deansgate. You're gonna love this, Sam.
I don't think I am. I don't have much appreciation for buildings. Just wash
You're
over
out
me.
of character, Sam. Out of
Yeah,
character.
we did add our skills
2
to
seconds,
the
2
original percentages,
seconds.
like that were in the things.
Oh, where it
Right,
is.
so for the
Yeah.
folks at home,
Look at that.
Oh,
There
Oh,
is-
I'll tell you why they
Oh,
used it
wow.
a lot. In the Limehouse Golem, they used this.
Oh, I didn't
as,
touch that.
they used it as the British
That
Library.
is stunning.
I was in the library in
Nice looking
Attack
place.
of the Clones.
But the
yeah, let me just double check on
the
that.
records must be incomplete.
I said to Lisa, but maybe it was
The
before
archives.
your guys' time, you know the number in brackets on the skills?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
So
starter.
That's
yeah,
your starting.
So
Yeah.
you add to that, yeah?
Wait, what?
So if you have
Yeah.
like 5% in there already, add 5% to that skill.
And then put that new number in there.
Yes.
So I should actually have. I've got
Nice
41 in
catch, nice
biology.
catch.
I've got 41 in biology, Barry. Oh, it's so many skills for Latin.
Oh, well.
I've got no Latin.
And you wrote it in pen. God damn
Pen.
it, Simon.
I gave everybody pencils. Fine, it's fine. Right, has everybody got a treasure possession apart from Simon?
I haven't got treasure possession. Let's go.
Do you want to roll or do you want to...
Roll the dice,
You know
Simon.
what it is.
Roll the dice.
He doesn't know
Roll
what
the
it
dice.
Yeah.
Mine's come out well, the dice, actually.
7.
7. It's something you found, but you don't know what it is. You seek
Ooh.
answers.
An obsidian dagger.
Do you know... Yeah, tie back into the future.
Oh. But now you know what it's for.
I dreamed of this.
Yeah.
I fucking dreamed of it. You won't believe it.
What does that
I
mean?
fell
What does
asleep.
your dreams mean?
Don't believe in dreams. Right.
Traits.
What is character sheet and pen? Why?
It's fine. I'm good.
Can we roll
Special
for
or
traits?
something. Traits, by all means.
How
Do you
many?
have traits?
Just one.
Just one, yeah.
As
6.
growth input,
You're a good cook, but you can maybe pick a specialty there. Maybe you make wonderful
Panda.
cakes or exotic animals.
Actress
That's a
featured
big
beef.
game. Yeah.
floor donuts.
Good cook. I like that.
What's the traits?
So just roll a d10 again. Everything's a d10.
4.
4. You're a hedonist.
Oh my god!
Nice.
You're judging Freud for his coke habit, and here you are.
Do you want to live fast, die young?
Austere northern hedonist. That's fine.
Good for that, yeah, someone.
That's good hot pot.
Just know you
Like
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Live on the edge.
Anybody else happy? They've got traits. So things like, so good cook, for example. Ladies' man, Rosamund.
Oh, yeah.
I think I
Um,
went for the wrong
so
one.
things like
What are the other traits? I might choose for that one because I don't think hedonist really works. for me.
Generous,
No.
good with animals.
No.
A dreamer, given to flights of fancy
No.
or vision. Gambler or risk taker.
No.
Loyal, stand by your friends, never break a promise.
Close,
A
but
good
no.
reputation. You got you got to value that. How about ambitious? You want
No,
to,
I'm not
You
that
want to become more famous than Freud.
No. I just want to be good at my job, and that's all that matters to me.
Well, yeah, I mean that could be your goal.
No, I'll be the other one. What was it? Loyal? No.
Loyal. So
What came after loyal?
a good reputation.
Oh yeah, loyal then.
Fine.
No, good reputation.
Right,
Good
okay,
reputation is
what
good.
was-
Acquiescent
okay, yeah.
and fickle.
Done.
Dramatic.
Happy.
if I've
key.
got things like devious,
Devious, yeah.
cunning,
Yeah. All of those are fine. I mean,
cool. Just checking.
Snake in the grass.
Mm.
fantastic.
If you're acquiescent, I'll be like, come on, let's do this thing. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
What you roll?
Bring the shoe while we're going out.
No injuries at the start. No,
Phobias.
Alice is part of your
Arcane
tone
so
spells
these
and
are things
artifacts,
that you
Barry.
gain as
Oh.
I just want to roll for my arcane tone spells and artifacts,
Oh,
please.
now you want to skip ahead after being behind for so
What are
long.
you talking about?
Well, it's one of these things.
Yeah,
Arcane
we
tone
gained them.
spells and
We
artifacts.
were at the end of the run.
What are
Oh,
you talking
fellow
about?
investigators. There's a thing. Arcane
Yeah,
tones.
you don't have it.
Spells.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know, Barry.
But you
It's a
can
joke.
put your weird item in there.
Right, what am I going to draw?
Right, so your key background
To get
connection.
Latin. Psychology, maybe.
What's the thing I'm not allowed to
Should
mess
be good
with?
at that.
I'm not allowed to mess with their treasured possessions, is that right?
Yeah.
There's one of these things that I can't change if you start going a little bit mad, but I forget what it is. The stream will be going until we finish the characters, so maybe another 25 minutes tops, yeah?
Right, treasured possessions. I might actually change my
F
treasured
that.
possession, go for something that's a little bit less weird, because maybe a pocket watch.
We got a curious pipe, a curious silver ball you dug up in the garden, a letter you found in the cupboard written in a weird
A
language.
ring that when you wear it, it
It
makes
makes
you
you
feel.
invisible.
No, I was going to say, makes you feel like you're being caressed by invisible hands.
Sure.
Sounds a bit lonely.
Perfect.
Right, key background connection.
Ooh.
You get to choose one of those things that I can't mess with and mark it with a star.
Could it be? Would this be too sort of too
Where's this key
clearly
background
spooky?
connection thing?
A book in a language
I
that's
think we
an
did this in a
unidentified
bit.
language.
I'll go for that.
I don't know.
that's fine.
So we just mark now what you can't mess with. So you can't mess with my gun.
Yeah. So one of those things. So as you go crazy, at times I'll be like, okay, so you've gone from acquiescent to belligerent, and so you just total it, right? That kind of thing. So anything you think's core to your character, mark that one with a star, and that means that I can't get it. We'll see what happens.
You can't mix. You can't mess with Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund's mine.
Right. So we're hanging around Arkham a bit, but that's not necessary. You can come from anywhere in the world. We'll work out how we get together later. If you want, where you're from, where you live,
Ooh.
mark down those kind of things.
Incredible
Born in
accent
Hong Kong.
you can do.
It's gonna be
a name. Everybody got a name? You got a name?
Oh no, I haven't got a name yet.
You not got a name? There's a table on there if you want to roll for it.
Oh yeah.
If
You're
Simon,
really excited about that.
Love a good
Oh
roll.
yeah,
Love a
proper
roll. Should have
name.
rolled for everything really. Should have just spun
Spun the
spun the
wheel.
What was
wheel
this
with
for?
all
What's
my
that table for?
there's a name.
Oh,
table,
yes,
so
there is a table.
prior to that, is it not?
Yeah, I think it is.
Just here, isn't it?
My name is
You found it.
Shub-Niggurath.
No, that's coincidental.
Nyarlathotep. James.
Isn't it right at the start?
I mean, this is we're pretty much
Just
there.
choose name.
What
Ten-
a
10 more
beautiful
minutes.
Should be
Sam?
the first thing.
Should we go to the index? Index.
name. It was
No, it's
There it is.
Yeah,
I saw the name Agatha.
there you go. So you can roll a D100 twice if you want a totally made up name, Sam, or you can just pick something from it. Never let choice enter the
72.
equation.
Oliver. Go again.
23.
Twist.
Eatley.
Oliver Eakley.
Oliver
That's not
Eakley.
bad. Not bad.
Reek for sure.
Yeah. What's the name?
Can I nick the book up?
Are you picking or rolling?
Well, I want to have like a vaguely Hispanic first name.
Alright.
But I think I'm gonna like. Can I have like a completely crazy name?
You can have things that don't make sense together.
I think you should go by Senora. And then whatever your name
I was
is.
thinking like Madame something because that
Oh,
seems
yeah,
like
Madame.
a very like mystical.
Or do you want to be
Yeah.
French?
Whereas Senora's just like
You could be
Religion.
Luna because it's Spanish and you're like,
yes.
Oh.
Madam Luna.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's get rid of that. Like that.
Boom. There you go. Right, everybody.
Madame Moon. Oh yeah.
Everybody happy to know roughly what their living's like in terms of
Mm-hmm.
pretty average or quite wealthy.
The highlight.
Let's do
Rich.
how much
Random.
cash you're carrying around with you. Sam, you have 20.
Yeah.
So you've got like $40 in your pocket,
Nice.
and you have about $1,000 worth of stuff.
So that's assets.
Yeah. And so on a daily basis, you can spend about $10 without tracking it. Right. So
Nice.
that one.
Lunch.
Everybody else in the 10 to 49 bracket?
I gave myself 60.
Oh, very rich.
Love that money.
Lisa, your credit rating is
30.
30, so you'll have $60 in your pocket, and you'll have Wait, what? Why can't I do that math? What's 50 times 60? 3,000? Yeah, got $3,000 worth of assets. That doesn't seem right. How much have you got?
1,000. 20 times 50 is 1,000.
Yeah, you got 1,500 worth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one.
Yeah, you got $1,500 worth of assets. Rosamund, you were vaguely rich,
60.
so you got about $300 in your pocket.
Whoa.
Yeah.
60? You went for 60?
Yeah.
Like fabulously wealthy.
Look, okay, I came from money. There was a huge scandal because I hung out with a dude I shouldn't have done. And then, now I've turned to being,
then
come on,
you'll
just like my
have
good old
30.
tier 1 taught me the way.
Oh,
You've got about
wow.
30k's worth of assets. So we'll work out kind of like what your home's
30K.
like.
Hey.
Totally making friends with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bloody hell, do you need any big game hunted? I'm
Blavatsky.
alright at that.
What's Blavatsky?
Huh?
Blavatsky? No, we do not know Blavatsky.
No.
And Simon, you were
50.
you're just normal 50, so you got $250 in your pocket.
Where's that go?
25.
On the other side.
yeah.
In
You got about
cash.
25k's worth of assets.
Kind
there.
of people.
So I can almost afford a Model T.
No, you can afford a Model.
260, isn't it?
Yeah, you can, but you've got assets, right? So your assets are your savings and that as well. So yes, you could afford a Model T. It might eat into your
Assets, how much?
25k.
Not that far behind me.
Right, and
25 times me.
Equipment.
So what does spending level mean?
That's how much you spend.
And both of you have about $50 a day you can spend without
More money.
affecting you. You've got $10 a day you can spend. So yeah, hang out with the richies.
Oh,
Buy my
fake
lunch
character's
for me.
wealthier than me.
Blavatsky is a Russian occultist who co-founded the Theosophical Society in 1875.
I'll have to do some
Worth
Googling.
looking into. We'll have a look.
Those Russians have
Right,
got
and then
some good
equipment.
ideas.
We can worry about equipment later. Basically, you can have anything you want, right? And there's a list in the
A
investigator.
phrenology bust that I use as a
Yeah, like-
as a bludgeoning weapon.
If you carry it around with it, well, maybe you carry it in your suitcase or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Perhaps not
It's very
necessarily.
specific.
And just to remind people, $10 is $120.
Oh.
And
Lunch
today's-
and dinner.
yeah. So, well, like
the
you're
five
walking
guys
50,
are all me.
so $600 a day spending money.
What?
You guys have got.
That is mad.
I don't
Who
know what
makes
to do with
this
that.
a reality?
No, but
I'm happy to get like
But
more
it's not a
by
case of
somebody
like
again.
you're spending $600 a day. It's like you can buy a car and it doesn't matter. you're wealthy.
Every day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Finally, the fleet of my dreams.
Cool. Right. So the last thing, yes, for this bit, everybody knows what the boxes mean. So your half value and your fifth value rounding down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just tells you whether you've got a hard success or an extreme success. But that's you can pretty much work that out as you go.
You say there was a way we could know it. Do you round up or down by the way?
Down.
Down. Did you say there was a way of knowing each other as well? Or not?
Yeah. So my plan for getting you all to know each other. So this is who you are. Yeah. And now I need you all to come up with a reason for being in a hotel in Boston
Oh! I have a great reason. I'm holding a seance.
holding a séance. Sam could be looking to contact his dead wife. Maybe that's something
Were you married
he's
to
into.
this random lady
Well,
that you're
he's-
like,
She's
I'm
someone that I've
married.
idolised and she has a grave now. Like, the rest you don't need to know.
Maybe
let me just check
you've been
on
asked
this.
in by a
So this is-
paper.
oh,
I think could I have
One-
already had this dream before?
Yeah. Maybe something related. Yeah. I mean, if you were doing that, you might want to pick. Oh no. Yeah. Maybe something.
Or unless you've been called in to debunk me.
Not this one.
Oh, I'm on your trail.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard there's someone here reading Freud and I've crossed the Atlantic to do something about it.
Came to you in a dream.
Those Freud
And you're like, no. Then you read it in a paper.
And then you could be like someone, like an entertainer who's come to the hotel anyway.
I was going to do that, I just woke up.
If we've got
I can't remember how I got here, but
50,
It was Sam.
people happy to hang around another 15 minutes.
Yes?
Right. So part of what I'll do is I'll hand you out contacts. Right. So these are people you can go to if you're in trouble. They might be based all around the world. They might fill in skills that you as a team don't have. So it's worth noticing just kind of who's got what. So I'm just gonna shuffle them up. And plus I bought the cards,
Yeah.
so I want to use them.
Fair enough.
So it does it. You're just doing it randomly then, because
Yeah.
there are suggested types of contacts that we might have.
But these are all. Yeah. There's nobody chosen a criminal, right?
No.
So there's a couple of street level in here, nothing else. Otherwise, we've all got
Street
some
level.
professions and jobs and stuff. So do you want me to go like one round, or do you want to claim them when I read out who they are?
Draft.
Could
Can
you
I
do
have
draft?
criminal
Yeah.
ones?
How many do we get each?
I'll tell you what. I'll give everybody 4 cards. And you can choose 3.
Sure.
yeah.
I think we choose one and pass left.
Although the only
And then we rotate. Although we're just getting our cards.
if I was going to, the thing is on them they've got like secrets. So it might be a hook.
Oh, and then that might
Maybe just
someone
choose
else
from
someone
the
else's.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
if you
just look at
want
what
to
they
do the
look
front,
like.
yeah, fine. So yeah, take
I'm
take
gonna
4,
judge some books by
take
covers.
4, pass them along, and then you'll get
Josh
2.
from books by covers. Bloody books. It's always about the
Basically, I
bloody
do. So.
books.
Oh, really? They're literally just pictures and names. But that's Ernest
Scientists that
Rutherford for a
hated
start.
Thomas Edison
Are we
couldn't
just
solve
taking
several
the,
of his
the
inventions.
first
You mean
4?
Tesla? Yeah, it's fine. It's good. He's gonna be for Ben or whatever. If it
Right.
ever shows up.
So we choose 3.
Choose
Choose one and then pass the
Oh,
remaining
yeah.
3 to the left.
set draft. Fine. I'm gonna just
We're picking
pop
3.
to the bathroom.
Yeah. No, you pick one and then you pass the 3 to the left and you get to pick one for the remaining 3.
Alright.
Well, Teddy Mincy Nugent sounds like someone I've had.
Mincy Nugent.
Yeah, a client.
Head and hammer.
So we pick one again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we end up with 3 at the end.
Yeah.
Jenny O'Reilly, presumably she's a nurse, so I'm going to go for
A
her.
professor? Why not?
And then we're done. So you get.
What? Okay. Oh god. Nothing in the end.
So once you've got your 3, you pass the remain.
Got my fridge.
You pass the spares into the middle. So once you've had your 3.
Yeah.
Can we just then? Oh, a cultist.
Oh man! Big game hunter. Why?
Astronomy professor?
See, I've got astronomy. Do you want to swap? Kind of makes sense though, doesn't it?
I didn't read the secrets, that's fine.
Yeah, I didn't even. I just saw the title.
I've got a physician and a nurse, and then a photographer.
Physician, I've got a librarian, a parapsychologist, and a
no,
consultant.
that's
Oh, I want a librarian.
A librarian.
I'll swap a librarian for a photographer. Teddy
Yeah,
Mincy
yeah,
Nugent.
it takes pictures of
Yeah,
me.
absolutely. There we go.
I don't like this actor.
I don't have my own Mincy back.
He sounds like the
Significant
kind of
people.
person-
Mummy, whom he misses very much. Treasured item. Mummy's precious things that are kept in the locked casket. And that's what I get.
Me and Teddy
Went
get
alone.
along, right? Significant people, his dead wife.
Hester Brewmaker, regular churchgoer, vegetarian.
Oh,
That's
you're
like-
reading them with all the secrets.
Oh, you're not going to read
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
Oh,
I'm not going to read out the
some
secrets.
No, that's fine. I'm probably not going to use them because we'll be doing masks.
They'll all be dead.
No, but we'll be doing masks, so they might be useful to call upon for their skills, but we're not needing to branch off into.
Okay.
It's quite a long campaign anyway.
Oh,
Shall I write
I've got
these
some
down
interesting.
Yeah, and you've got a handy journal that would be useful for keeping contacts.
yeah. Significant people. Nigel Head in hammer.
Fantastic. And then I know the last thing I'd want to do is just talk you through a bunch of questions for to help you fill in the backgrounds, but we can do that. It's not necessarily important. Try and get an idea of who your character is in your head. You know, you're in a desert walking along in the sand. And all of the Max, he asked me if I've seen it.
lying on the
I'm not going to see it, mate. Yeah, you're walking along the sand, and all of a sudden you look down and see a tortoise. Lisa, this one's for you, yeah? So you're walking along the desert, look down, tortoise.
Okay.
It's crawling towards you. You reach down and you flip the tortoise over onto its back.
Mm-hmm.
The tortoise lays on its back, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over. But it can't. Not without your help. But you're not helping. Why is that?
Camera zoomed in.
I've got some help in.
You're not helping it, Lisa, why?
I'm trying to do all that I can.
But why are you not helping? Somebody's not seen Blade Runner.
That's good.
Right,
Secrets.
fine. Okay, we've also got an idea of how to get our characters together. Because it's not as important, I guess, as the other parts. I'm planning on having, you kind of overhear each other talking about weird dreams in the morning, and like, oh, I had that same dream, and then you kind of get together that way. If that seems an acceptable way for people to meet,
Yeah.
Sure.
but we can play that out before the next scenario. Next time, because it is 11 o'clock now, and some people have a long way to go back home.
Oh, gross.
So I guess that will pretty much do us for the first session.
Bye, Max.
And there was someone else there as well, wasn't there?
Pardon?
And
Someone said
Crimea.
Crimea 23, I don't know, I've not seen them pop up on the chat for a minute.
Thanks, Max.
But great,
And Crimea
thanks for
23.
joining. When,
Shall we?
yeah, I mean,
6 people?
Well, there would be 6 if we would have done
if we had a full party, yeah. My aim every couple of weeks, depending on what people are doing. We'll try and get together. Oh, Crimea's still here. I'll like, subscribe, whatever you do on Twitch. I don't know, I'm not an expert. I guess you can follow and you'll get notified when we're live. It'll be probably a weekday evening again. We will be proceeding with The Haunting as the next one. But nobody look that up.
Right, okay.
Yeah, well, I know somebody's in the group really likes a good spoiler.
I'm sucking.
Is this one of those?
I was like, I don't know.
Cheers for the follow, Max. But yeah, until next time, this is Fear of the Unknown, and we are going to have some more gins. Bye.
Bye.